Hello, everybody.
Do it.
I raised my hand, ready to go, and then he said,
Oh.
1 second, I'm on meeting stream.
All
We
right.
all shared anyway.
We went on a shopping adventure. Opal and the rest of the party that showed up for last session went around the city shopping. We went to a magic item shop that had a multitude
my computer
of
restarted.
things.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then we realized that we're poor and all of the items there were very expensive. The ring that Opal had picked up was 1,000 gold. And then Zedrian wanted to ask the shopkeep about the amethyst dragon that he is currently looking for. The baby amethyst dragon that he's currently looking for. We didn't find any information out about the amethyst dragon, unfortunately. But Opal was able to find out that the shopkeep, who was a cyclops with incredibly sharp teeth, was in fact a beholder in a human-esque form, as well as the person who came out after the fact.
What's a beholder?
Just posting a picture of
single
one in the
or
chat. Take a
one
look at
big
that.
eye, a bunch of small eyes, can cast Fuck You Disintegrate on you.
Wow.
This is one of the most hardcore enemies of Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh
And,
yeah, this was in the movie. Okay.
The lady who had come out after him, who Zedrian wanted to talk to, was in fact a dragon taking human shape. Though I do not believe Opal was able to decipher what kind of dragon they exactly were. After that, we left that magic shop and headed to an armory, or a smithy, to be more exact, where Opal now has plate armor for herself, and she's now indebted to, I believe it was Kozik, because she spent 400 gold.
I realized I was dispensing out kind of from this purse without much. There was no oversight really, so I don't know how much money's in there. It was kind of a big purchase, but I felt pretty comfortable doing it. So
thank
anyway,
you, by
continue.
the way, because I am eternally grateful that you allowed her to get that.
I believe it was a breastplate, by the way, because plate armor is a lot.
Yeah, it was a breastplate. It was that. And Opal was immediately able to place the shopkeep of that store, who looked like a giant stone golem, as a Azarian, which is a naturally occurring warforged. Or, well, that is the closest thing we can put them to. After that, I believe we talked for a little, and that's where the session left off.
And then all the stuff that happened to Cha.
Traveling back from Marge.
Oh, yeah.
Traveled back with Marge.
Right, I forgot about the whole thing about Marge. Sorry.
You went through the catacombs. You talked to their partner. I forgot their name. Tamara. They had these Bronx accents, battling back and forth with each other, flirting for however long how many ever decades they've been doing that.
Don't you be talking to me like that. I tell you a thing or two, all right? If you want me to get the boys, I'll get the boys.
Yes, we talked with her.
You should have put a ring on it if you like it so much.
Also, did we ever pick up the reward that she gave us?
Yes, there was a reward of a necklace that I think Kozik took, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Yeah, and it was a strange invisible necklace.
Oh, I had a question about the whole thing. Since we completed a quest, do we get to level up?
No, you completed a quest, and you got a reward.
Also, yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember you saying we could level up when we completed quests.
Opal also
Maybe
gave
maybe you're
her
joking.
studded leather armor to Kozik.
Let's see. Zed also got to hook up and meet with his sweet little girlfriend again.
Oh yes, that was
That was
so
cute.
adorable.
Kozik had an epic entrance back into the let's see, what are we calling it now? The
Hofty
the
Liborn.
Hofty Liborn. That's it.
Yeah.
And then whatever you did to Cha, whatever horrors you committed unto Cha.
Yeah, I cut off all of your limbs.
Jeez.
The bar fight at the Flaming Horrors went really bad for Chaw, actually.
Flaming
Oh
Horrors.
Yeah.
no. The Flaming
Surprisingly,
Horrors, yep.
missing all of your limbs makes it very hard to bar fight people.
Cha has a deadly neck and hip swivel.
He was able to punch somebody's face in with his nubbins.
He does have some wicked horns too. Those could do something. The writhing
Nah, I took
torso.
those, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. The horns are gone too. Cool.
No.
Shit. Can't have shit in Detroit, Gavin. The horns
Can't
too.
have shit in Detroit.
And then I guess
They
we need
stole
to...
my whole ass point. Sorry.
No, don't worry. We need to. Then I guess we need to head over to Crazy Ned's, and then there's some sort of other place that I have written down.
Oh, and
The
there's
College
a
of
meeting
Knickknacks?
with Miriam.
Yes, we
Yeah.
set up a meeting with the head of the town.
We're
yes,
waiting for
that.
the callback. Yeah.
Yeah, we're waiting for the booty call.
So where did you all leave off? I was starting to fall asleep when I was listening to the stream last night. So where were you?
We were
we
basically
left off
done.
without leaving the armory or the smithy, I believe.
So you're right outside the armory?
I
The
think so.
magical one? Was it the magic place with the beholder and the dragon? Or was it a different place?
we left off outside of the smithy with the Assyrian smith.
Lethan Argy.
Also, GM, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name horribly.
Oh, that's fine.
Alright, but I'm ready to continue.
Alright, let me switch y'all's over to here as the recap's done. Well, you have earned yourself your inspiration.
Boom.
Switch.
Also, I'll give it to Cha because he caught my mess up of forgetting the entire beginning of that.
Oh, Marge isn't here.
Session.
Hold on.
No, we all work together. Anyway, I already have one. You can give it to we could give it to Sahari since she just showed up when she appears in the game.
Perfect.
When
that's
Sarah
so
appears, she can
kind.
have that inspiration.
That's so kind of you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing
Opal
somebody.
will get it later.
Missing.
So Cha,
2,
you
3,
see
4,
Cha
5.
huffing, running up to you all outside of
Cha.
the armory. Oh, there you guys are! Jeez!
We left you at the last session.
I just went
Yeah.
off to go take a tinkle, and then I found a beautiful stream. And you know what, you guys? And Cha has a look of like utter joy. Have you ever gone pee while you were in a river?
No.
It is great.
No.
You feel so free. It's
I'm
like
sure that's all
we all need to try it together next time we find a river. Okay?
I am
Cha,
so good.
Cha,
No,
it's okay. Everybody's life experience is a unique one.
Right?
I think
We've
we're
got
all
to do it
okay.
together. So anyway, I come back, everybody's gone. I tracked back down to the cave, and then a bunch of guys attacked me, and I ran away. And then I had to like follow the declination of the weird Fey sun, and I finally got some help from a weird old man creature thing that had weird stone skin, and he directed me back to Zareth, and I just got here. Oh God. Whew. So
Well,
good to
did it
have
all
you
work
back,
out? Did the
regardless.
smokes get back to where they needed to go?
Yes, they did. And it's good to have you
Sweet.
back, Kyle.
I am happy to be back. What are you guys doing?
you missed the shopping. You missed the luau.
Ooh.
But we're
Luau.
glad
What
you're
is
back.
a luau?
Strange human custom that I've heard of.
I think it originates with the water genasi.
Opal will keep her mouth shut.
Hey, you went to a shop? Was there anything magic in any of the shops?
Yes, quite a bit, but it was all expensive and we couldn't afford it.
And I wasn't willing to risk pissing off the shopkeeper by trying to steal arena protection for you. Sorry, Chaw.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to steal one. I wanted to. Chop pulls out his weirdly altered
Coin of protection.
coin of protection. It's like I just wanted to have them look at it to see if they could actually fix it. I mean, it was so dear and it made me feel safe. Where is that place? I can run over there really quick.
I don't know if you're going to get a fair shake on that price, Chaw. Not gonna lie, their prices were astronomical, as in 1,000 gold for one of those rings.
Yeah.
No way, no how. On God.
I wonder if maybe I could negotiate since I have one to see if it even has magic in it still or not.
It's a good question. I guess we could probably ask Zedran. Zedran.
Oh yeah, it's
And
dead.
Navarra sort of turns her head over to him, like Wizard Rogue. I think that you're capable of casting Detect Magic.
I cannot.
And then she turns to Kozak. I think you should be able to cast Detect Magic.
Well, before you
Lord
spend any spells,
Deep
because I know that
Shaft.
spells are a lot. Maybe we can just like focus on it together as a group and see if it still has any magic power. If it's like totally a dud, then I'll try to find the ring. You said 1,000 gold pieces? Jeez.
Yep.
Oh,
Very
It's-
expensive.
It's almost
Oh,
like you
child
guys were.
robbery.
It's almost like you guys were thinking rich with all the items you've had. You just never pay attention to them.
Child looks into his little black, like kind of velvety coin bag, and he's like, I think I have 30 gold pieces.
The stuff that
Okay.
they have.
About right for the party, not
Well,
going
maybe
to
they
lie.
could fix it. Maybe
Oh.
they'll be cheaper to fix it since it's already here. It's all the materials right here. You just need to reforge it.
I also forgot to mention. Opal last session got 1 second. Boots of striding and spraying.
Right.
And
was
she
one
shows
of the
off her
gifts
fresh
from
ass J's.
Oh, there you
Tamara.
go. Let's cover our bodies in magical items. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like such a creeper when I said that.
That's
But
fine.
it did sound kind of creepy. But
Vibe I got was somewhere between like Beholder and Dragon.
Huh?
ooh, a beholder? You like
Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah,
Who is Gary?
covetous.
I've already asked that question.
Gary, he's the
A
son of a
Beholder, don't
bitch.
worry about it. He lives down in the Underdark, don't worry about him.
We're gonna go
Gotcha.
see him again one of these days and pull some pranks on him or something. When we
That
tell
and
We're
him,
going-
there's,
when we tell him that we found a beholder even more of an asshole than he was, I wonder if he'll even believe us.
We're going to pull the epic
Wait.
prank of leave pipe bomb in mailbox.
no.
Wow, Opal, that was dark. Charles like
Sorry,
furrowed his
that-
brow, looking at
that was
Opal
out
like,
of character.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I should have
Oh,
specified.
gotcha.
Now this one is leave a fireball rune in mailbox.
Where are you guys headed? I'll come meet you. I could go over to the magic shop myself. Unless you want to
No,
come
I'm sure we'll
with.
find another magic shop. We will find another magic shop, Shall.
Yeah, we will find
That is-
another magic shop.
I guarantee. And honestly speaking, we're probably not looking for a magic shop as much as someone that can perhaps transfer runes onto items. That person might have more success.
But I
Being
need
able
like
to
a
fix your item.
forge, right? Somebody who can reforge magic metal. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff, you guys.
It's
Oh,
a bit
it's
funny that
beyond
we're
me.
standing right outside of a smithy.
Oh,
Ah, yes.
You know?
Chow will walk
Mm.
in. It is like a person out there working, or is
There
it an
is.
indoor?
It's indoors. Their
Chow's
shop is
gonna-
indoors anyway.
Chow's gonna just stroll on in. Ding, ding, ding. Hey there! Walks
Hmm.
up to the person.
Hello. I can't remember the voice I did for.
Greetings. You know, I hope you're having a lovely day. I wanted to show you something strange and magical, and something that could be forged, maybe. And Chop holds the odd, flattened
Wait, do I
out
know it?
metal ring coin. It's like this is a ring of protection, magical ring that encountered a strange magical anomaly,
The
and then
heck?
it almost cut my finger off, flattening itself out like this. Do you think it would be possible to reforge it? And then, if it even still has magic in it, so that I could use it again.
You look around and you kind of realize there aren't really rings or anything like that here. Lots of arms and armor, definitely. But it doesn't seem like you see anything that resembles any kind of like jewelry, though.
Okie doke. Shaw looks around. He's like, maybe I'm not in the right place. Have a good day! And Shaw runs out. I don't think this is the place, you guys. I'll go wherever you want. You want to check out something else?
Did it?
But
Well, we were there's two other stores that what's the name of the fairy maiden, the wench? What was her name?
And I'm going to
Sorry.
tell you now because you called her a wench.
You know,
I mean,
the
it's
bar.
It
okay.
had a different connotation in medieval times, I think.
Miss
We
Tiffany.
can
Miss
call our dear Kozik Barrel next time he insults the Lady Tiffany.
I forgot about
Tiffany, the very honored proprietress of the Lofty Highborn.
Hey! Look at that!
Well-
He's capable of not saying racist things about every creature we come upon. Good job,
That's a-
Kozik. You truly are a noble.
You mischaracterized me, sir. But I believe there was a strange there was an unusual store called Crazy Ned's, and also maybe College of Fine Knickknacks. I don't remember what that was called. but-
Hmm. Promising.
I went to the Shimmering Scales, and that's RG and what's his fella. Then there's
Yes.
Crazy Ned. Yep, and then there was Crazy Ned's and forget the last one.
There was Fine
R-
Knickknacks. I don't remember.
RG
what
is a
the-
blacksmith.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
The glistening scales are two different.
I was specifying two different places. If
Ah.
I didn't know if that came across.
I understood.
What was the fourth place?
Crazy Ned's.
Cubed.
There was the scale, the something in
Glistening
scale.
scales, Crazy Neds, the Hammerhands, the Adventurers
Hammer-
Guild.
Oh, okay. It was the
Hammerhands.
Adventurers Guild.
Where did I get Fine Knickknacks from?
Probably
think
thinking of
that's
Crazy
Ned's.
Ned.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I My mistake.
All right, I guess off to Ned's.
Let's see how
Sweet.
crazy he might be.
Yeah, I wonder if we can top it ourselves.
So you're heading to Crazy Ned?
I think so.
Yes.
Unless, I mean,
Yeah.
OOC, if you wanted to go back to the magic shop and just ask him about the ring,
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah, we
If
might
we
as
can
well.
pop by there just to see. I think Cha's also fascinated with the idea that there's a beholder and a dragon running a shop together.
I mean, are we going there to harass them, or do you just want to see if they can fix a ring?
No, just the ring. Well, harassment later. Maybe with Crazy Ned. That sounds promising.
Gotcha.
Our character
Okay,
description.
we'll head by the Glistening Scales for just a drop in.
All right. So you head back to the Glistening Scales, and it is lively as always. Neon lights, like very elegant, like trim. It's very
Cool.
fancy, very flashy.
Look at these colors. You guys, I want to create a nightclub someday. I would like to use this technique of lighting. Child goes
Zed's gonna
in.
Zed's gonna
Yeah.
lean up against the outer wall, and just kind of be like, I'll be out here.
And pretty much like when you arrive
Said.
just outside of the Glistening Scales, you are immediately greeted by, let's see here, an elven woman. She's kind of standing outside, maybe contemplating going in. I'd even say maybe she just came out. She looks like maybe she just got something nice and fancy, but you don't really know because, I mean, you know the prices here are kind of up there. And with that, we're going to have Sari describe herself.
Well, did you mean a half elf there, lad?
Half elf, yep.
I suppose I present elven, though, don't
You got the pointy ears.
I? Mm-hmm.
Half pointy.
Feel free to
Rounded.
describe yourself as
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, my name is Sari, which is short for Sariel, but all my friends call me Sari, and well, I think of most people as my friends, so there you are.
What do you look like?
Well, I'm a female, but I'm pretty androgynous, and you know, a medium build, and I've got green eyes and nice auburn reddish hair. I've got on some very nice mail, you know, some very nice armor, and that I just got, and it's made from some dragon scale. I'm just having a love affair with it, and I've got my backpack, and I've got all my weapons hanging off my belt, which I've barely got room for anything else.
What kind of weapons are they?
Oh, I've got a long sword, and I've got a, a, a hand axe, and I've got a hand crossbow, and I've got a dagger, and I'm thinking about getting a battle axe, don't you know? And I've got a nice shield in my left arm that I use for protecting myself as well as anybody in close range. And yeah, that'd be my physical description. And yeah, that'd be my physical description.
Before Cha walks in the door, he's going to see this person standing out there and be like, "Hey there, have you shopped here before? They have good stuff?"
Oh no, I'm a new in town. No, I don't know a darn thing. Have you heard anything about it?
I've heard a little bit from my friends, but this is my first time checking it out.
Oh yeah, well then we were both new to it. Why don't let's go in together and see what we see, eh?
Sure, I'm Cha, by the way.
Ah, I'm sorry. Nice to meet you, Cha.
These are all my friends. That's Kozik over there. Kozik Deepshaft. He's a dwarf. My
Hello,
friend
Kozik.
Yavara. My friend
Yavara,
Zed.
nice to meet you.
And our
Zed?
new friend Opal.
Opal. What a nice, I couldn't even have asked to meet a nicer group of people. Very good to meet you.
It's good to meet you as well.
And you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm having a good day myself. I just landed in town and yeah, I'm just looking for my next adventure and I'm ready to go into this store here. So
Oh, a
let's go on
fledgling
in.
adventurer.
My next adventure.
Trust me,
Technically,
these people right here are neck deep in adventure all the
oh
time.
dear. Well, oh my.
Gosh, wherever we go, man, we can be walking to the bathroom and there's adventure.
I mean,
Oh, now
it
that's my
certainly
kind
seems
of
to be-
people right there.
Certainly seems to be you, Chalk, considering where we accidentally might have left you behind. Super sorry about that, by the way.
Oh, I
I'm
understand. I'm
very
very
sorry.
forgettable. I know I'm so forgettable.
Ah. Oh my god. The
That
absolutely
is not what I
devastating
meant by
statement.
that. But good guilt tripping. I love the character growth here. We'll
He's
get
really
you into
trying
Liar's
to.
Gambit one day.
He's trying to, but he just keeps smiling while he's doing it. Like it doesn't seem like he can really act out trying to guilt trip anybody. He's like, "All right,
I mean,
let's
Holly
check this
just said
place
it.
out."
I'm very forgettable in the happiest tone
Hello.
possible.
I know, when you've come from a life of horror and hellishness, and then you have a breakthrough, it's like it's hard to go back.
Characterization like the dog in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Sorry, after you.
Why, thank you, sir.
So, for those of you who haven't been in here before, this place is adorned with all sorts of trinkets and knickknacks and varying degrees of very nice looking cut gemstones and rings and like amulets, and that's all sorts of like small things. But you also realize that there's no shelves anywhere. All of these things are just sort of suspended in the air, and when you draw closer to them,
Oh.
price tags just sort of, it's just kind of sort of phase into existence. Like, you know, when you get closer, they become visible. Very, very much window shopping and eye candy, but there's no shelves. They're arranged in a way that, you know, sort of clearly marks a walking path, but you know, there are just things that just are there.
Their marketing director is a certified genius.
And you know,
I need to make a contact with these people. This is exactly the kind of stuff I want going on at my nightclub.
and on the
Oh,
other
you're going to
side,
open a nightclub.
there's a counter with the individual with his just kind of leaning over a counter, and he looks up and notices you guys walk in, and you realize that he only has one eye in the center of his head. But he's a cloaked figure, so for the most part, that's all you really see.
Cha tries to not like change his facial expression, actually knowing what this creature is. Walks on up there. Yeah, I'll tell you about my nightclub, but we'll do that later. First, let's do business. Gosh, look, I'm saying everything like I'm a creep here today. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Not really that much of a creeper. Hello there, sir.
Yes.
How's your day?
Lovely when people actually purchase things.
Oh, child, suddenly the light goes on and he realizes everybody came in here and didn't buy anything, probably. And Child's like, I understand. I do hope that perhaps I can at least have some kind of a dealing with you today. Cha pulls out the weird metallic coin. So, I was curious. This was a ring of protection, and a strange magical anomaly screwed it up and made it look like this.
I'll
Almost
take
cut
it.
my finger off. You'll take it?
I'll take it.
Oh, I'm not sure if I want to sell it. I might want to sell it, but I was curious if it could be
Oh,
repaired.
I meant to say, I did not want that whatsoever. Throw it away. There's a trash can right here.
Oh, right. Cha's like, wow, the subtlety. It's like, well, thank you for the offer of a trash can for this obviously worthless piece of knickknack. But I was curious if it still has magic, if it could be reforged into a ring of protection, and what that might run me, if it is possible.
Hmm.
Or if I could trade a service, potentially to help pay it off as well.
I could just give you a ring of protection and you give me that one.
Oh.
Really? So it can be repaired. Well, that's good to know.
It could be broken down into its base components and utilized in something different.
Oh, nifty. Wow, you can see that just by looking at it. Gosh, you're good.
Experience.
Nice. Well, you have a deal, my friend. And Cha hands over
Nivara
the.
coughs very loudly, and she's like,
What?
"Cha,
What?
may we have a moment?"
Oh. So, yes, Nehemiah, what's up?
And she sort of like huddles in, and she sort of like gestures Zedrin over because he's the other criminal here. He has some experience with this.
He's outside though. He's leaning against the wall.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! And she's like, "Okay, Shaw, you are really too good-hearted, but like consider, or just picture for half a second, half a moment here.
Sure.
Why would he give you something for free that is worth 1,000 gold?
Why would he give me something? Because it's a trade. This was a ring of protection. I'm not lying.
No.
true.
If
What?
it was simply a value for value thing, if he was giving you the ring of protection in exchange for one that he would have to do work to just get another ring of protection, the exact same item, he would still want you to compensate his time. That isn't a ring of protection. I don't know what that is, but it's more valuable than a ring of protection. It is covering the cost of the ring of protection. Do you hear my logic?
I do. Hey, that's a good point.
Yes. Which is why
So
we should consider
what are you saying?
what
Is there that there's another
saying-
place where?
I'm saying don't take the trade. We'll figure out what this item actually is at a different location. Thank you for the man for his time and expertise.
What do you mean? I know what it is. It was a ring of protection before.
I don't think it is one anymore.
Oh, really?
I'm.
Cha looks closely at it. Does it have something on it that would distinguish it as different from the ring it once was?
GM, could I roll Arcana to perhaps see what what Cha's ring of protection has become? And why the beholder might be so willing to give him a ring of protection for it.
I mean, I kind of might give you some hints, but it might not necessarily tell you exactly what it does. Because that's why
Chow
you have
will
the
help you with
identify
that.
spell.
Chow will help you with that because he's interested in what point you brought up. So
I-
you can do that with
I'm good
advantage.
to do that, but just to get some hints as to what it might be.
I will say too, OOC.
Yes.
The shopkeep did mention that it can't be used as a ring of protection, but it could be melted down or in whatever fashion
Right.
to be used as materials for something else. So he basically told you the value
Even trade.
of it isn't to Niavara's point, it doesn't have to be a ring of protection because it can be used as materials for
Just
other
the magical components.
Well,
Well,
can
Whatever it is,
do you
it's
mind
more
if I
valuable.
butt in for a minute? Because I just want to tell you, friend Cha, I don't know you that well, but if this fella wants it, I don't think he wants it for the component materials because he could get those, cheaper. So I'm thinking there's something to your ring that you've not been previously aware of, and
I'm
you
not-
might not
Yeah,
want,
you
and you
have
may
you have
not
a
be able
point
to
to-
visually identify it, but I think you might want to keep that with you, my friend, until you figure out what's going on there.
I'm gonna roll that Arcana.
Yeah, go for that. Do that with advantage.
Shit. Oh,
Shot.
with advantage.
Mm.
Nice.
That's a 20.
Thank you. Sorry,
Thank you.
because that's exactly my point. Because
Cha-
nothing
Cha's
is for
like-
free.
Chaw's like,
Sounds
I see
quieter
what
this
you're
time
both
around.
saying. So yeah, let's take a close look at this here and see what we see.
Does
What do you
Niavara
think,
sound
Opal?
quieter than anybody else than
Yeah,
usual?
She does
Uh,
yes.
sound quieter this session for some reason. I have her volume all
that's a
the way up.
great question. Is that any better by like moving?
Yeah, that's
I
a little
haven't-
better.
I haven't noticed any changes in Niavara's voice as it's been
Her-
at
her
the same
mic-
level for me the entire time.
I'm
Her
talking about
level's a
from
little
last
lower.
time to this time.
It might just be that my
Gotcha.
mic's a little bit far away from my face.
But yes, Jim, what does a 20 tell me?
Well, it definitely ain't a ring of protection. It ain't nothing of protection. It's you probably get a feeling that the alterations that happened in a very highly magical area, a very unstable, primal arcane energy may have altered it in a way that is probably somewhat unpredictable, or altered it unpredictably, and obviously it's not a ring of protection anymore because it ain't protecting nobody's finger like that. But all things considered, where you were, what happened, yeah, something must have been changed significantly.
Do we get a sense that there's a magical aura about it still with a 20?
Yeah.
Does it
Well,
still have
that's sort
that?
of what detect magic is for.
Oh, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Can I
So with
just ask
Arcana,
a
we
technical
understand that.
question? Can I ask a technical question? Why
Yeah.
did we roll twice?
Oh, advantage.
They got
because
it
that
with
helps me.
advantage. You can take a help action to help people at certain times with a roll on something. So because
yeah.
we're both trying to determine what this thing is, two of us are doing it. It's like two different rolls. So he was
Oh,
able
I
to do it
see.
with
Okay.
advantage, which
I see.
advantage means you roll twice and you take the higher number.
Okay,
Opal
thank
will-
you.
Opal will waddle up to Cha and just go, I'm not sure what entirely this is, but it might have something to do with the environment that caused it to change.
And
With the
That
fact
was
that it was
Niavara-
quote,
that was pretty crazy place. Like, do I want to hold on to it even? Maybe the trade is good.
Yeah, for all you know,
Niavara's
the
gonna-
change could have made it something cursed.
I have an idea. Why
Yeah.
don't we, and hear me out, tell him and the lady behind the counter, the lady way behind the counter, about how this ring of protection ended up that way.
Yeah, that's a
As
good idea.
that could be.
Sure.
Do you
If
think
he's
he's someone
so
you can trust
interested-
to tell you the truth, though?
No.
That is true. That is true.
He
but at
was
the
just
same
telling you to
time,
throw out the ring that he clearly wants.
Here, Niavara, hear me
Uh,
out.
What does
This
Niavara's magic-y eyes show her about the ring as she's looking at it? What school?
Oh, you cast detect magic. Cool.
big ol' eyes. I mean, to be
You're
fair,
just gonna light up like a Christmas freaking lights in
if
this
a
place.
magic item such as your ring of protection changed in that place, imagine how
Let's see. It would start
valuable that
with
could be to
abjuration.
somebody such as him.
Shaw, my
If he's
friend.
so interested.
Yes.
Shaw, my friend.
See magic in its way.
I
That's
think
the
I'm gonna
aura.
let you know
School of
something
Magic.
here.
Ah,
I've got a
okay.
really good sense when things are evil or when they're good.
Hmm.
And I want to tell you, I hear that it was a bad situation when that changed the ring, but I'm getting a strong sense that there's good there. I'm getting a strong sense of good in that.
So with the
Okay.
detect magic, it learns the school of magic, if any, and it registers all.
Oh.
Under no circumstances are you selling that ring for only 1,000 gold. No. I don't know what it is anymore. But we are not. You should not part ways for that for cheap.
Hey, Niavara,
Okay, I see what
Mhm.
you're talking about. So with your
How
detect
about-
magic, would you know if
Starts
this
with
was now an
abjuration, but that's
attunable
all.
item
Yeah.
in some way, like an amulet or something that could actually be used right now, or would it need to be changed?
This would probably have to be changed because you can't really wear it anywhere.
Okay.
if it's strong magical material, that place or the area it was changed, if it's something valuable to this beholder, why don't we perhaps use that to our advantage?
Don't say it's a beholder.
I'm not saying that so loud. I'm saying that while whispering. I'm saying that now.
Okay, I hear everybody's point, and you sold me. Unfortunately, this patron today is no longer going to is going to make no money off of our group. Chow returns to the countertop and he's like, you know what? My friends have brought up a few interesting points, and I think I'm gonna hold on to this for now. But I will think about your offer and potentially come back and deal
All
with you
right.
again.
All right, you
Very
got
sorry.
me. You got me. 2 ring of protections for it.
Oh,
Oh, wait a minute. You were trying to trick me?
I didn't trick anybody.
Okay. Out of character. Opal wants to see what she can get out of this dude. She wants to know
Chad's
if
just
this.
wagging his fingers. He's like, you undervalued this thing, didn't you? And you knew it. Sneaky,
He
sneaky.
smiles and there's just rows of sharp teeth.
Well,
Rule
I
number
like your
1 of being
style.
a good businessman.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I haven't had a lot to do with business, but you know what? I do want to know who your interior decorator is.
Myself and Sarissa.
Really? Okay, so you guys, I need your contact info because I'm going to start a club and I would love to get you your advice or hire you even to decorate my nightclub.
Well, we're here.
Yeah,
And
well,
he
good to meet you. We will business
slides a
together
little
again.
business card in front of you. And even the card
Sweet.
is fancy. Like as it slides to you, it glows a little bit. And the name, the glimmering scales just shines on it. Glistening. I keep saying glimmering. Why do I get glistening?
Child looks at it really close. He's like, "Wow, cool. I like it. You guys have style." Pockets the card and is like, and gives a little bow. I will see you again.
Opal's going to talk to like Niavara and anybody else in the shop. He just offered us the equivalent to 2,000 gold. She's saying this while whispering. He just offered us the equivalent to 2,000 gold for whatever that coin is. What is so valuable to him? Should we try and figure that out?
I doubt he's going to give us a straight answer. However, that is exactly my point and exactly why we are not trading it under any circumstances right now, because I do not trust this gentleman to tell us the true value of this item.
Cha walks up while Niavara's finishing that statement. Yeah. Hey, you know what? And Cha looks at Sari. Thank you for your insight. You want to come along with us? We're on a shopping spree.
Oh, I'd love to join you. You're a lovely group of people.
Great.
Opal is incredibly
Thank you so
intrigued by that.
much.
Sure, come along.
Your ability to
Been
make
traveling
promises
alone
sounds
for a
great.
while, so that sounds wonderful. Thank you.
I mean, isn't the
Your
world
ability-
just filled with friends, Niavara?
Oh, I
Look at
can't
us,
hear anybody. Is
traversing
anybody
all the
talking?
plains.
Sorry, can you hear us?
Oh, I
Yeah.
think I lost you.
Hello.
Sorry might have accidentally disconnected their audio so they can't hear us.
Nope, still can't hear anybody.
It was doing that last night. It just like randomly would disconnect
You
and
might have to advise her to disconnect over text if she can't hear us.
Did I press on something?
Refresh your browser.
Yep, I can't hear a thing.
Just disconnect from the call.
Gonna switch over to wired headphones. Now I hear somebody.
Hello.
There we go.
Now,
Oh, was it the headphones?
I haven't switched over yet, but I'm going to anyway, just in case.
Yeah,
Hang on a
things
second.
like that happen sometimes. You can refresh
Cleric,
the browser, and that usually fixes stuff.
let me think. For cleric, usually
Oh,
wisdom.
really? Okay. Yeah.
That can also weird things can happen like that in the Foundry as well. You just refresh that if weird things happen.
Okay, let me try that because my computer's pretty old.
Also, Opal has a proposition for both Niavara, Cha, and sorry, I guess.
Yeah.
What if we to bring more of that back? And she points at Cha's coin. That's back. That could be a major payday for all of us. Wouldn't you agree?
So you mean like take magic items back into the dungeon and have them transformed and then bring them back to sell?
Oh, I do mean this in the most loving and sure of ways.
You can be blunt as possible with me, Niavara. I will not be offended.
I'm so glad that you pointed that out, because I'm just going to say this kindly. That was the temple with all of the rats that ate someone.
Yes, and that seems
And
like
you'd
a
like
you
to go-
problem.
Well, no, it sounds explicitly like a you problem because you didn't stop the rats from eating that person.
In all fairness, we
Damn.
did talk about going back there, and I would like to see what was in that northern door sometime, because it had something
Absolutely.
very homey about it. I have to say,
Yes.
it was strange. There was this smell that reminded me of my childhood. I don't even know what it was.
Oh, Opal will
Elves.
stand next to Cha and just go, yeah, you also wanted to go back there.
I'm down to go back there. I'm merely pointing out the flaw in the plan of your
Oh,
money
it's
making scheme,
dangerous.
which I appreciate so much. Don't get me wrong. I love where your head's at. I love where your heart's at. But
Opal has an interesting point, though.
might I just say that it's an anomaly, meaning that anything that happens is probably randomized.
Oh, right,
that's the
sure.
valuable thing about it, though, isn't it?
It's a gamble, is what it is. And I do not
Exactly.
support
Right.
gambling when I can't rig the table.
Hey, in all fairness, Niavara, we kicked ass on all those crazy undead rats down there. Kicked
And
ass.
to be fair to myself, when I was running away from those rats, I had also been in the perspective of we were running away to safety with a large group of people. I
And
didn't
one of
want to
them got
die there.
eaten.
And yeah, and all of you are capable adventurers.
By the way, Opal, who was that
Yes.
person who died? Were they like? Can you give us a little rundown of who they were, what they were like, what their favorite restaurant was?
GM.
I just wanted you to make some random shit up.
You have no
That
idea.
Maybe they actually were. Maybe they actually were.
That was
somebody.
Ninja Blevins. Sorry. Go ahead, GM.
I mean,
Anyway, we just
Not
came
really.
out of this place. So we just came out of that place. Like, we can think about it. We're on a shopping spree.
And yet you're not shopping for anything. You're just standing there having a huddle in the other side of the... I could hear you clearly, by the way.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Damn it.
You have one of those cool roofs. I'm so sorry. We're just merely having a conversation about our limited time and resources. I'm so sorry.
yeah, we don't have a whole lot of cash. I have 30 gold on me. But your offer was very generous, actually. And I
So,
am considering it. But we just want to get a little more information about what happened to my ring in case it happened to any other pieces of our stuff.
So wait, this dude heard us talking about the fact that we could potentially replicate what happened to Chaw's
I'm
ring.
gonna try disconnecting.
Oh, we lost. Sorry.
it's
Yes,
just
that is possible. But
So
anyway,
he
they don't know
heard
where
us
we're talking about.
talking about that. Yeah.
They don't know where. Let's get out of here,
Oh.
you guys. Continue this shopping spree.
I think she's still trying to get her audio issue figured out.
Oh,
It's got it. I'm back.
Hi, welcome back. But Opal's going to be like, she's clearly like held back or help a fucking fuck brain smooth. She's taken aback from the fact that he heard, but also he heard us talking about the fact that we could potentially replicate what happened to Chaw's ring. Huh. Did she? He probably also heard Opal call him a beholder. Thanks for later.
To be fair, nobody
Hmm.
actually rolled a stealth or anything.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Hmm. Hmm.
And you guys are kind of the only people in the shop, so it's like his passive perception is...
You actually did
Not.
say it was bustling initially, to be clear. To be fair to us.
yeah, they all leave.
Right now, it's just pretty much you guys. It was bustling
They
before.
saw us all being weirdos and left.
The adventure hobos are in the corner plotting. We should probably head out quickly.
I think is all of the like, well, I guess we better head back to the material plane so we could go do all that magic shifty stuff. Bye bye. Direction.
I think Discourse is having a
Hmm.
conniption right now.
Trying to think from the perspective of people.
So Zed, you're hanging out outside, and you know people kind of been coming and going for the most part, but eventually people kind of filtered out because, to be fair, you guys did have a pretty prolonged huddle and conversation, so you know folks had time to come in and look around and leave.
So there's a bit of a point in time where people stop going in. I mean, to be fair, we're all very involved in this conversation.
So, what do you want to do? And Cha, you're muted, by the way, in case you accidentally hit the button.
Oh, sorry. My sweetheart came home. I was giving her a kiss.
Nice.
Still
so
better,
yeah, Chaz
still better than
does a
a
little
glass bowl.
misdirection. Chop attempted his meager misdirection. Is like, all right, everybody, let's hit the road. Let's go see what this crazy guy's up to.
And at this point, the party realized if you're having an important discussion that you want to keep out of the ears reach of the shopkeeper, maybe standing outside doing it.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea.
I believe the meme is, and that's when Jackson knew he fucked up.
Since everything's out on the floor and everything's already known to this beholder. She's not going to reveal the location, but she's going to ask him a question. Are you interested in how his ring became what it is?
I mean, who wouldn't? Some of us like to gamble more than others.
Does he look at Miyavara when he says that?
I mean, he
I
only
said I was okay with gambling if I could,
No, he's looking at you.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, let's say we could get you some more items like that. What would you be willing to pay for them?
It
And we
depends
already
on
know that.
it depends on what the dice roll on it.
Let's say
Thanks.
it's similar to what you see here in my ring.
Which is worth at least 2,000 gold, according to you.
It's for some of us more than others, with the skill sets to be able to break down something like that without completely ruining its effects.
So to you, this is an incredibly valuable item.
Allegedly.
You can't say allegedly. That thing was worth at least 2,000 gold.
Is it? Could it just be 2,000 to
is.
me?
Yeah, he might have just, liked the idea of it.
Oh,
You might just like the idea.
he's a businessman. It's not an idea.
I know you're good. You are good, man. Very impressive.
I'm an artificer. I'm not a businesswoman. I can't deal with this.
Well, you know what? If we
items
find
and then
anything
test
else
them.
like this, we'll come and talk to you about it. How about that?
I'll
You
remember
have my
that
business
pricing,
card.
by the way.
I do, and I really like it. All right, let's hit the road, you guys. Let's stop bothering this man. He's trying to make money. We're sitting here bantering with him.
Faffing, if you will. Although,
Fair
out
enough.
of character,
Yeah.
I will say that the line, I'm an artificer, I'm not a businesswoman. I can't deal with this.
I can't deal with it. I like how you just said that out loud to everybody.
To Opal if Opal is anything, she is blunt. And
I know,
she-
but you're the one that walked up to him and asked him if would he be interested in more of these.
yeah, because Opal
he's
thinks
pretty
that
entrepreneurial.
mundane.
She tried. Yeah, she was trying. She was trying her business shoes on.
Her
Well, I
business
was-
acumen.
She's also not a rat trying to get more things for less money.
The Char comes out and sees Zed kind of leaning up against the building. Walks up to him and he's like, "Hey, buddy."
Also, what's Kozik doing in all this, by the way? Were you outside too,
Uh,
Kozik?
I was outside, basically. We're kicking rocks with Zed.
Shit.
So I was like, "Hey, did you find anything out about the little one? Any leads?"
So that's honestly why I didn't want to go back in there, because I was asking him about these shards that we found, and for once I thought I was going to get some sort of lead, some sort of direction, but nothing.
But you do recall she did say something about scrying and Miriam.
Lady
Not sure if you
Miriam
recall
and-
that in your
Right.
recap.
That's right.
I figured that would be something fresh in Zed's mind, so I'll throw you that bone. Sweet, got your cleric
But
done.
we are also looking for Marn or whatever. I mean, we know that Marn has him, right?
Right.
I need to hydrate.
Sucker.
But the where is the problem. Yes, yes.
Well, that's promising then. If we can have a meeting with Lady Miriam, if she's cool, maybe we can pinpoint his location.
Am I to understand you've got a friend that's been kidnapped?
Yes.
Sorry. There was
Full of pizzazz with streamers.
well, all in all, it was a bad situation that was going
glitter?
on in a icy place. Really, I guess I'd say not too far from here, but it's the Fae, so I had no
Right.
idea. But there was a tiny little amethyst dragon, just like a little whelp, and without going into too much detail, I decided to try and rescue it from where it was and take it with us. And dealing with almost a phantom, I would say, just plaguing my mind. And eventually took that which was very dear to me.
Oh,
And Zed will pull out one of these amethyst shards. He's like, this is what I got to go on. Speaking of which, as he's staring at the shard, not really making eye contact. Speaking of which, do you know the name Marn by any chance?
I'm so sorry. I can't say that I do.
I guess it's one thing you should know, Sari, if you spend time with our group, is we seem to be plagued by several various kinds of demons, gods, and strange, incredibly powerful eldritch creatures.
Yes,
Eh.
from my very limited time in this party.
And
It
in the
seems that-
alleyway nearby, you can very clearly hear the sound amidst the hustle and bustle of people. Meow.
Right.
From the very limited time I've spent in this party, it seems everybody has their own little bag of tricks. In other words, everybody has a little demon on their shoulder.
Charles kind of like scratching the back of his head a little bit, like. Not to mention, I'm literally like a demon, but I mean, I'm a
Sorry.
good one.
Carrying around a
Didn't mean to be
skeletal
rude
cat.
there, Jaw.
Oh,
Your
muffins!
skeleton cat was very cute.
Come here, Mittens. Chow's holding
Anyways.
a little undead skeleton cat in his hands. He pulls out from his backpack, and he's stroking the back of its skeleton, and it is behaving like it really enjoys it and can feel it. But it is just a skeleton cat that's like pretending to bathe itself, but it can't. Doesn't have a tongue.
Oh, aren't you adorable? What a cute little one.
Opal
Here,
would've
you can
pet
hold.
the
You can
cat.
hold it.
Oh, thank you.
And any
What a
case,
sweet fella.
should we
I'm
go?
sorry, Zed. What was the name of your little dragon friend that's been taken?
Well, So I always call it. I just call it little one.
Little one.
I asked its name and I don't think it knew one.
Ah, okay.
So
And is this shard you've got, this amethyst shard, is it from the body of your friend, do you think? Is that why it's your clue?
indirectly, I'd say it was weird. So there was a point in time where we were trying to figure out what little one liked to eat, and it hadn't eaten for some time. And there was a point in time where I just maybe was trying to distract myself or something, just getting a bit fidgety, and I was rolling a coin between my knuckles as
Green
I
says
tend
game
to
pause.
do.
Yeah, just so people can't move tokens. I mean, not the
And it
tokens on the
seemed like
board,
little
but
one was attracted
just
to
the
it.
thing.
I put the coin back in my pocket,
Boop, boop.
and next time I felt in my pocket, the coin was gone, and there was this tiny little amethyst shard.
Oh.
I'm not sure if it belonged to it. I'm not sure if maybe I don't know. It sounds crazy. Maybe it ate the coin and I don't know.
We have a bit of a real creeper, not my kind of creepy, which is like cute creepy, but like a serious jerk off creeper who has been screwing around with my friend Zed here and kidnapped the little one and has been toying with his mind. Was even captured Kozik too, right? You guys got captured for a little while by this sucker.
This is
Right,
true.
I've had plenty of visions. There was you remember it was the same ice lake there, Chaw, when we were saying, well, like fucker's dead now.
Right.
We were
If
saying
you
Dale
didn't notice, they're very RP
too
heavy,
close to the
centric,
dragon, and I felt
which is awesome.
that I was literally being tortured. I was there. I could feel it. I was watching. I was awake,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this guy's
and it was a
real
vision
bastard.
apparently, but it's been a plague, I would say.
So
Anyway,
when you
not to be.
say you've got, a phantom in your mind, is it a phantom that's messing with you, or is it somebody that's projecting the phantom to you? Is it a real person or a real being that's messing with you guys? I mean, you got your little one was taken, and you said that your friend here, Kozak, was taken also. So we're dealing with a solid being, yeah.
That's a
I
good
believe
time
question,
it is.
actually.
Every time it's felt like it. So it was Kozik and I were on a watch overnight, and there was just weird vines growing from a tree. We went over toward a tree and we were looking at it, and all of a sudden we were both enveloped in these vines. We couldn't wraggle free, couldn't cut them, nothing. And next thing we know, we were both there. We both saw it, but we wake up and it's like we were in a cave, and
Oh.
there's what I guess now we know to be Marn, but as a hooded figure all in bindings and wrappings, and it looked like they were preparing something.
I mean, that's definitely what you need
Honestly,
to
it
roleplay.
seemed like the same place that
background
I was being
and what
tortured
have you.
next time I was aware, but Kozik and I were just bound up next to the floor.
Let me move the chat
and
box.
Eventually Marn left, and we were able to unbind ourselves, but I don't know, it was almost more like a dream than anything.
Put that over
But
there.
when you unbound yourself, did you physically leave the cave and make your way back?
Is as if we go out the door, and all of a sudden, from my recollection, we're back at our camp.
Ah, wow.
He's been taken
Who's
like
this
that a
Marn
couple
character?
times.
Who's this Marn character you're mentioning?
Hey, let's walk
I'd
away
have
from
you,
the
Marn.
shop let's walk away from this shop while we talk about it.
Yes, let's walk and talk, shall we? Let's go
Walk
find
toward
some
Crazy
people.
Ned's. So as we're walking, continues the conversation. The place where my ring was just transfigured. We think it was a temple built by Marn.
The god Velsharoon of all people. So my
It
money
had
still
that place
remains
had
on
very
being.
bad vibes.
What's
I
that?
still have my money being on a. How do you say? Zedrun owing some sort of god to the dead, some unearthly debt.
That's our running theory, is that Marn is actually some kind of demiurge of death. That maybe Zed didn't die when this one wanted him to, and so he thinks he owns Zed's soul or something crazy like that.
He claimed
Oh.
that Mr. Thatcher had stolen something from him.
Right. Won't specify
Oh.
what that thing is, though. My theory is that it's Zed himself,
Uh-huh.
but whatever it is, he's screwing with us. We thought we might actually get the drop on him in this place, but it's just strange magics and weird anomalies and creepy undead rats.
Statue of him.
That statue, there was a statue of him down there. Yeah.
Oh,
As
so that
somebody had-
last place you went, that you were you went
That's
there.
one reason we're thinking about going back there.
Okay.
As somebody who spent multiple days in that place, or GM, how many days would my group have spent in that place? Just clarifying.
You wouldn't know because a day and night cycle would be something you'd have to be outside to observe.
Honestly, Opal just says, as somebody who spent multiple days in that place, from what I recall, it's an incredibly weird yet interesting area.
It was interesting,
With-
and my goodness, the interior decorator, wow.
Also,
Like
You were
not
just
like
on a
this,
roll
not
about
like this
that.
place. I mean, but wasn't it a totally different style? Every room had completely different tile structure. It's like they hired a different architect for every
the feng
room.
shui was off entirely.
well, also,
For sure.
Opal, you would know that Dryad individual. Dryads are not known for being weaklings, and she was extremely exhausted holding those doors from what meager rodents.
And something that popped into my head at the moment, that that dryad individual, don't know why druid populated my mind. That dryad, you all knew how exhausted she was when you all arrived. They aren't weaklings. I have to be clear. If we do go back there, we should be prepared. As much as my curiosity wants to be sated, I think if we go back there prepared, it will be best for us.
Well, we have the magical rod that can counteract some of the magical effects of the place, which is an epic find.
Opal will grab his hand. A bit more prepared than that, Cha.
Well, not just that. We have a lot.
You mean
we
we
made it
ca-
out of
we
there,
ca-
all right?
I will not.
Adventurers can't just walk into a place.
Dude, we are adventurers. Opal, you left home to be an adventurer. This is what they do. They go into weird, creepy places with scary creatures and magic anomalies.
But do
That's
they
the
go
job
back to
description.
the same place? Do they go back to the same place over and over? I mean, have you not got any other
Not
clues?
usually.
I thought you
They
looked
don't usually do
all
that.
around this place.
No.
Well, there was
we're not
one
able
door. There
Cha,
was one
I must explain something.
door.
I did leave my home to become an adventurer. I did not leave home to become a corpse.
Hey, you can wait outside.
Yeah,
I
I don't want
Almost-
anybody becoming a corpse. Cha.
This is how the Underdark takes new victims. That's all I'm going to say, Cha.
Thank you, Niavara. I've never been to the Underdark, but thank you.
We all have. I live there.
And you know how many
Live there.
adventurers go into those caves and never come out?
Oh, so many.
Sorry about that. I think I disappeared there for a minute. Server's been wacky.
Could just be a
Cha,
Discord
I
thing.
do.
So Cha
understand.
just said, I don't know if you heard it all, but he's like, don't worry about it. We're all friends. We're gonna be fine. Watch each other's backs.
Uh,
We don't have to go back right now. Take it easy, you guys. Jeez. Let's go to Crazy
I'm
Dad's.
advocating going back. However,
that's
Have we?
fair.
Let's
Yes.
chill in town and have a good
sorry.
time. We just finished an epic battle with a bunch of crazy stuff. Let's take it easy.
That is fair. I would love to go back to that place. I would love to see what the rest of that place has to hold. As being stuck in what looked like the kitchen?
Yep, you
Uh,
were in the kitchen.
Yeah, thank you. What being stuck in the kitchen of that place while
Well,
we
that place was
huddle
cool.
for our safety.
There was some crazy stuff in there. There was a room where like crystal dragons had been being trained and forced to kill things or something. There was a door that like had a horrible death ward on it that seemed to be like a gateway to another dimension. We didn't go
Oh.
through it. There were weird magical puzzles, and we found this incredible magic item that like can stop magic anomalies. I mean, this is the
Cha,
juice.
I agree with you. You don't have to convince me to go back. All I'm
Oh,
saying.
Opal, he
saying-
turns to Sari and is like, "Oh, another thing. There are creatures from my home who've kind of been plaguing us a little bit now and again too. And I come from the Nine Hells of Batur, so just something else to note about
Oh yes,
adventuring
that
with
was
the
very
group."
interesting to learn while I was taking first watch.
Right.
Opal says, of course, jokingly.
It sounds like quite a place. And I've got to tell you, if you're looking for another adventure, I'd be interested in coming with you. Mostly because I'm very much interested in just this creature that's been plaguing Zed
Mm.
here. I'm very interested in ridding the world of as many as those kinds of creatures as we can. But I've got to tell you, I've got not much interest in the rats of any kind, and I have to say that's not too exciting for me.
Oh, don't worry. Niavara showed off much of her magical prowess
Hey,
in
Callus.
showing those rats who's boss.
Yeah, we kicked some rats.
They
I swear.
kicked some rat ass.
I have one incident where I have a little bit of bloodlust, and even new people find out about it and make fun of me.
Hey,
How
Yeah,
dare
fine.
someone
I
hate
was-
rats?
Niavara, I was not referencing that. I was referencing you using, what was it? Not raise undead. It was
Turned undead?
repel.
undead.
Yeah, turn undead. Thank you. Turn undead to get them the hell away from an idiot orc who was trying to kill himself. That's what I was
We'll sleep on it. I think all of us
And
have a
you-
little vested interest in the place. You know, Zed, it's like the being who's been tormenting him. He built it. We've got a gateway to what seemed to be my homeland there. We've got like Kozik, was your lady a part of that place at all in any way too? I did have a crazy vision in there as well of Tio Moonblade while we were in there.
No, that labyrinth is not is not of her, as I understand it.
We didn't find anything helping you with your quest about the Black Diamond, did we?
We did encounter that strange crystal that was seemingly levitating and was restrained. It was some sort of magical battery, perhaps, but no, we still seek the Black Diamond, the horrific Black Diamond.
Also, Opal will hand out Sari a hand and go, I think it would be great for you to join us. I may not be the most experienced in this group, but I think we could use an adventurer of your skill.
Well, it would be my honor. It would be my honor.
And
But in the
of course,
meantime, does anybody know of a good tavern we might stop at and just get a drink and get to know each other a little better?
There is one called the Flaming Horse.
Oh,
the
we definitely have some taverns.
You know
Don't
what?
you
Let's go
worry,
make that
taverns are
bar fight a
plenty.
reality.
What
Love
was
to
the,
hear more about that nightclub, Chaw.
Well,
Oh,
you
I'd
do
love to tell you
recall
my ideas.
that there are the three main taverns, and there's one you guys haven't been to yet.
Hey, let's go to the new one. What was it
And the-
called?
The Missing No.
Oh, we got
The
to go
missing
there.
no?
How
Yep.
enigmatic can you get? Let's do it. You want
GM,
to
is
go
that
by
a
Crazy Nets
reference?
first?
let's check out
absolutely
the
is.
Crazy
Thank you.
Edward.
Yeah, Crazy Ed or Ned or Nedward.
I want
And then
to go
we
to the
hit the
missing
pub.
no.
If you've ever played Pokemon in the early days, you would know.
Give me a high five, GM. I understand
Oh.
that reference. I understood that
Yes.
reference the moment you said it. I'm a
I get
giant Pokemon nerd. Do you, Alex?
Yes, I do, Gavin. I did play the original Pokemon games.
You played Red and Blue?
Roll for initiative, yes. After Jack finished it on a shitty Game Boy. Correct.
There
Are
you go.
you
I
talking
unmuted
about
it just
Ruby
for
and
you.
Sapphire?
That was Ruby Sapphire, not the original, I should say. Ruby and Sapphire on the GBA.
I'm not
God.
Alex.
Anywho.
The original. Sorry, I'm getting autistically focused on
There,
that.
had to.
Moving on.
Had to
It has
give the
been so
applause.
long. Okay.
It's like
for that reference. Cute.
it's
Very-
like watching
very
a
well
let's say it's like listening to Marge and Tamara go at it. You just kind of sit back and
done.
just kind of let them go at it. It's adorable.
Also, one last question before we go. DM or GM. Best generation?
I don't know. I had red, blue, and yellow, so those are the only three I really got to play.
I'm going to curl up into a ball there.
Kozik, lead the way.
Let's
Trump,
go to
Trump,
the
Trump.
missing now.
So which one? Because it sounds like I heard Missing No, but I also heard Crazy Ned.
We're
Crazy
going,
Ned.
to, we're going to Crazy Ned's. My dwarven boots are
Aw.
leading the way. Or, I guess,
Opal, if you want to meet us at the tavern, you can.
right behind Zed.
I'd prefer to stay with the group.
Chow
Oh,
goes up to Zed and
where is it?
he
Oh, where's that
gets
meme
mittens
at?
back from Sadi, and he's like, Sadi, I'm gonna give mittens to Zed to try and cheer him up a little bit, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for letting me hold him. He's quite a nice little fella.
You little cutie. He'll
And
walk
in
mittens
code
over to
language.
Zed, and he'll hand
Where's that
the
meme?
cat to Zed and be like, "Here, let mittens comfort you a little bit, buddy. Maybe he should stay with you for a little while. I've had him in my backpack many days. I think it's your turn, buddy."
He's been with you and we hadn't lost him, right? So
Yeah.
maybe it's a bad idea if
Where did it
I
get posted?
told him.
Oh, Zed, you're not cursed. Well, you're probably cursed, but you're not. You're.
We all
Don't worry
may be-
about it.
We all may be cursed, but don't be so down on it. Come on,
Yeah.
let's go.
I mean, look at this
It's
cat.
literally,
It's
like-
dead.
What could
It
Marn
can't get any
possibly
more
do?
dead.
Where's this meme?
Come on,
I
Zed.
would
Let
like to
yourself
hold the
have.
cat.
Let yourself hold the skeletal cat and bring you some loving comfort, while you mourn the loss of our friend that we're still gonna find, though. For
We
sure.
will find the friend that you are mourning the loss of, and then we will go drink.
I will
Cha
drink
holds out.
before.
Cha holds out mittens to Zed.
Sorry, have
And
you
we're
been
going to
pre-gaming?
absolutely destroy Marn.
Oh,
That's what
Marn
I'm
is
interested in.
Marn is a dead man.
Oh, I'm going to make what Raoul did to Dale look like
Dude, no
child's play.
hesitation. Oh, I will join you.
I have a
I
feeling
know,
that
my
between
friend.
the pair of
Fine.
us, we'll have a true time. What's your skill set, by the way? Sorry, I realized that we haven't asked.
Oh, my skill set.
Mm-hmm. Your trade, your
Well,
craft.
Oh,
Yeah, what
there
are
it
you
is.
into?
I'm a.
So I'll point something out. If you guys go to the out of character channel and scroll up a little bit to that post that Kuth made on 11/20, I think that is very applicable to the town situation. Anywho, continue.
Okay, low key. Opal does want to go to the missing note. That place does sound very interesting to her. But she also doesn't want to go alone.
I think we're staying together.
Uh-oh, I can't hear
The
anybody. Is
smart
anybody
pla-
talking?
That's exactly
Oh,
what are
sorry, can you
Oh,
not hear
we're
us
talking
again?
about.
Anybody talking?
Ah,
Yes.
shit. Here,
Okay,
wait.
I'm gonna reconnect.
Opal,
Discord
we're
has been
going
doing
to
this,
go there. We're totally going to go there.
Okay.
Opal, the smart out of character. Smart player in me says stick with the party. The problem player, on the other hand, says go to the missing now.
We can go to the missing gnome after we go to Crazy Ned's.
I can't wait to see how crazy this guy is.
I know it's crazy, Ned. Aren't
Finally.
you intrigued?
I just
We've
yes.
got to get there.
Maybe he'll know something about your
Crazy
ex
Ned.
ring there, Cha.
That's possible. I mean, it's crazy ring. Maybe it's crazy Ned will know everything and not try to swindle it from me like this guy did.
Right.
Rule number 1 of acquisitions. So you guys make your way through the town
I
of
think we should
Zareth.
link arms and skip all the way there.
Oh, can I hear me?
I'm so
And don't
good.
forget the song.
And you
I've
pretty
got
much
to
make
sing a
your way.
song.
Yeah, so you pretty much make your way to the address known as Crazy Ned's, and you realize that his shop. So imagine there's 2 like apartment buildings. Not to say that there are apartments, but just kind of giving you the visual, like mental scale of it. Think like 2 apartment buildings and like a tiny little shack, like nestled in between them. Just kind of think of that. But the building itself is very ratty looking, like dirty, filthy. The windows are just covered in dust and soot and who knows what other filth that's accumulated on there since the last time somebody's dusted this place. There's windowsills with, look like they should be windowsills, but as you get closer, it's like, oh, that's actually hardened dust that's accumulated. And it just kind of looks like this ratty little shop kind of thing. And it just says Crazy Ned's, and it looks like it's written on a piece of like wood, like maybe some bark off of a trunk, and just etched into it, not even like cursive or very cleanly. And it's just hanging there on like above the door.
Opal's
Okay,
going to look to the group.
Okay, you
Is
guys.
this where we wanted to go first?
I'm thinking that instead of it being a catchy phrase, that this guy really is fucking crazy.
No.
This could be even more interesting than we thought. I thought it was just a gimmick look at this. This is like dark crazy. This isn't like fun crazy.
This is the noble houses of the high country crazy, yep. Mm-hmm.
I am all in. Opal, you want to go first?
Dead silence.
That was perfect.
You know what? Let's go in, everybody. It'll be
Hey,
perfect.
see, that's the adventuring spirit, right there.
And slightly less corpse creating. So you open the door.
Slightly less what creating?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Corpse.
Oh my goodness, the
Corpse?
DM's trying to terrify you.
What? If I went to the missing now, would Opal have become a corpse?
Oh no.
I don't know.
Thank
He's
you,
trying,
DM.
he's trying to
That's
drive you
amazing.
mad. He's trying to drive you mad.
These are the same shits I pull on my players.
Nice.
So it's karmic. Got it. Anyway.
Totally.
Fucking
Nice.
yes, what goes around comes around, huh?
Right. Totally.
Gotcha,
So,
okay.
You
Let's
open
go.
the door, and you're immediately greeted with piles and piles of junk. Like pots and pans, spoons, silverware, old chairs. Imagine you walk into like a landfill, and instead of it being like decaying substance, it's just completely random everything, and in separate piles all over the place. There's no assortment to them. There's not even like labels on it. And you can hear the sounds of some things shuffling around, sort of next to the door. And who's the first one in?
Opal, I believe, because she would have been the first one going actually into the building.
All right, so you take no more than 3 steps in, and the pile to your right, which, you know, is taller than all of you, basically. This unkempt, furry bugbear face just pops up in front of you. Like they were like delved into this pile, and they just suddenly out of nowhere just burst from the pile and just kind of sticks in front of you. And you realize like one of their eyes is larger than the other one, and they're just like really ratty and just kind of really dirty looking and unclean. Yeah, hey, welcome, Crazy Ned. What brings you to my shop?
This is a bar, correct?
This is a shop.
Oh, it's
No.
Crazy Ned.
Oh. I thought we were going to bar. It's fine.
It's a shop.
Hey there, Ned!
Yeah, Opal will let Jaw take over.
Oh, he's not taking over.
Ah, you motherfucker.
Hey, welcome to Crazy Ned. What brings you to my shop? I got lots of stuff. You want to trade? You want to gamble? I got it all.
Cool! What do you got?
This is a great place. I love it, Ned. I love your style.
Oh, thank you. I did it myself. That pile over there is junk, and that pile over there is probably not junk. And the pile over here, I was just laying in. I was sleeping in. That's my sleeping area. It's amazing. I mean, people come in and they want to buy stuff.
Well, listen here, Ned. Why don't you show us the most interesting thing that you've come across in your own shop today?
He points at all of you.
Oh, that was
Oh, that's
No one else has
adorable.
been in here.
Oh.
Or they weren't interested.
What's the most interesting thing in your shop that wasn't us?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got a lot of interesting stuff.
Oh.
Some of it, I don't even know what it does. People just come in and pawn it off on old Crazy Ned. I take it. And sometimes we trade, you know. Sometimes whatever they get might not ever come off their hands. And sometimes it, I don't know, makes their heads real big. I don't know.
cool.
That's horrific.
I know, it's
That-
great.
That's
Show us to the
inspiring,
pile
man.
of show us to the pile of where all the weird magic stuff is.
Yeah, all right. He hops out of the pile and points at it. Yeah, I'm sure I got something in there.
Cha's gonna rifle around in there. Anybody want to help me? Look around in here.
What you looking for, Cha?
Here, come take a look. Let's see if we can find something interesting.
All right.
Okay, so Cha's gonna roll.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, is it perception or investigation?
I suppose that's a good question.
It would be
I'm not
more of
looking for
a.
anything specifically.
It would be more of a D100.
Okay,
Sure.
That's a good
Sure,
one.
I'll do that. That sounds funny. Let's
Here we go.
yeet.
Opal, you find a green and red scarf, but when you pull it out, it's way more stiff than it should be. And like when you hold it out, and kind of stretch it a little bit, it just stays like that. It's not impenetrable or unmovable, but it's like cloth turning into something like hardened. Probably something like brittle or something.
Sorry, go ahead and roll a D100. Do you know how to do that?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Opal has heard the tales of what people can do to clothing, and she is terrified. Potentially.
Let's see, 93. So Cha. Do. You find a very elegant looking spork.
Oh, elegant spork.
Yeah, it looks real dirty though, like on account of there being so many other things in here that probably weren't as clean. Also, thank you for the follows, Zev. Appreciate you. Yeah, it looks real interesting. Sorry you dig through the same pile. You find okay, utensil. So you find a butter knife.
Butter knife.
Hey, look at this. We can have a whole meal between the two of us.
That's
And
right. We've got a
28.
full set.
So with
Did
the
somebody still
28.
have detect magic up? Or did that
Yes.
fade by now?
If it's been more than 10 minutes, considering travel time, that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's more than 10. But it's a ritual, so it'll
Gotcha.
take you 10 minutes to
Oh yeah. Cha kind of nudges Niavara. Yeah, can you do it? See if
That's
see
weird.
if it's
The
got
alert
anything
didn't go off for a
magical in
second.
here. It's any good.
Maybe that could be a really cool channel reward. Somebody join the party.
Take your time. We'll
did
we'll
we-
we'll window shop while you ritual it.
Did
Did the alert
Niavara
go
find
off?
anything?
So with a 28, you find a pair of gloves that look really kind of like imagine if you had really long fingernails, like the gloves are meant to fit your hand and like maybe some unusually long fingers, almost like salad fingers.
Now wait a minute. For 28, she's got some gloves, and I got just this butter knife for 88. I don't know. Something's wrong here.
Don't
I
don't-
judge a
gotta-
book by its cover, Sadi.
Oh.
These could be tremendous treasures.
Well,
And
there
I
you
got-
We're
go,
going to
Cha.
find
Thank
out.
you so much. Thank you
Our
so
friend
much.
is going
You're
to check out and see if there's something under the surface.
You're absolutely right.
I'm not sure if you heard that. You
What's
pulled
that?
out that. Our Niavara pulled that out. You pulled that out. Cha pulled that out, and Opal pulled out the cum scarf.
Oh, what? Oh, the cum scarf?
The unusually
thinking
stiff
that.
scarf.
I was thinking that when he was describing it as a stiff piece of fabric.
I think we all
Well,
thought it and realized just how dirty our minds are. Let's all play
Yeah, you
Cards
guys-
Against Humanity next.
Yeah, you guys got all. Yeah, where are your heads at?
We'll learn a lot about something about each other.
Cards Against Humanity, Jackbox.
But,
Kozik is standing here amongst the these piles of trash, and this guy's nearly a hoarder. and
Nearly a
sort of,
hoarder.
there's
Absolutely a
Technically,
hoarder.
Really a hoarder. Yeah.
and Kozik has his
definition.
hands in some sort of pockets or in his belt there, just trying not to touch anything and make himself seem as small as possible.
Shaw nudges
Mine's-
Opal and Niavara and Sari and is like, look at Kozik's judgy face. Isn't it beautiful?
At
Look how his
first-
beard quivers.
The first one's free. After that, you gotta pay to play.
Really? We can keep this?
Yeah, whatever you grab. Like I said, yeah,
Wow.
Crazy Ned.
Well,
Crazy
that's just
Ned.
wonderful.
That's
Ned.
great.
That's just crazy, Ned.
Yeah, I know. That's what my mom called me.
What was your mom's name?
Crazy Ann.
Aw, nice.
See, I was thinking it should be something like Crazy 8.
Well, Opal, weren't you? Was the idea not to come here and look for some sort of components?
You know,
Oh, that's right.
You're
You wanted
right.
some stuff, huh?
Don't know if we're finding them here.
Dang it, you guys are redeeming while I have that off.
carefully put the
One sec.
scarf down and go look for something. Something.
Here, I'll
less
redeem it for you.
crusty.
You don't want it, Opal?
Do
Where
you,
is it?
Cha?
There it is.
I mean, hey, it could have hidden secrets that we may or
What?
may not want to know.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Feel it.
Okay. Cha takes the scarf and examines it
Hey, how's it going,
thoroughly.
Fallen?
It's crunchy.
Is it just a crunchy scarf? Like what else is there? What is noticeable about it?
So it's a scarf that, like, when you like go to like grab it and like wrap it, it's like cloth. It's normal. But then when you stretch it out, it stays in that position. And then
Oh, so
think of like what are they called? The finger traps or whatever.
yeah.
Like if you try and pull outward, it tightens, but if you like kind of scrunch it in, then that's when it loosens and becomes more malleable.
Oh, interesting.
The non-Newtonian scarf.
So Cha's gonna kind of play around with that and like stretch it out to its like utmost extent. Like how like does it seem like it could it be used as a weapon or
No.
does it have any? It's just really firm and
Yep.
then he scrunches it up and he kind of
It goes
wraps
back
it
to
around
being a
his
normal
neck.
scarf.
He wraps it around his neck and kind of
Metal
sees
pipes
how it
up.
looks on him. What color was it again?
It
No one
was
said.
you know
Green and red.
yeah.
The green and red.
Yeah. Christmas is coming up. It's green and red.
Okay.
Imagine a really like your stereotypical Christmas scarf color. Maybe there's a snowman or something on it.
Child's like dressed in all black with like black leather pants and a black silk shirt, a black cloak. And he's got like this Christmas scarf wrapped around his
Red,
neck.
green, and
he's,
yellow
like,
diamond
just checking
patterns.
it
Yeah,
out.
that's kind of
Hey,
Christmassy.
festive. Child looks like the original goth. He's got really pale albino skin and black horns and like black eyes. And he's like just so joyful with his little Christmas scarf on.
and you know how attached they are to festive Christmas scarves. That's a goth thing all the way.
but it's also the Feywild, so they don't really have a Christmas. Something to consider.
I know. I was just kidding.
They don't
He's
have a
just
Christmas. They have a
Famous.
just
Christmas.
festive.
Why don't they just call it Christmas anymore?
Because the Grinch stole it.
That was a reference to the Oral Not Star Wars parody.
War.
I know, but I also was just
God.
making fun of.
You know.
You're in the Feywild, there's a place where a Grinch could exist, because he'd probably be unseated. I'm just saying.
Hey, that's a good idea. An
The
archfey.
Grinch,
I
the Grinch
I-
that stole Christmas.
I approach as close as I dare. I approach Mr. Ned, and
He towers over you because
I
he's a
ask him-
bugbear.
Oh, he's quite large, is he? Okay. So I look up at him, my hands still kind of in my pockets, and I ask, "Do you have any sort of dwarven utensils? Any table utensils or such of dwarven make?"
Probably. I mean, people bring me bring gold crates and that, a lot of stuff. I mean, is this dwarven?
And he pulls an old boot out of the pile.
Not that I could tell, sir. No.
You know
Oh.
what, Kozik? I've got a butter knife here, I think, that I found that might be of dwarvish making. Why don't you take a look at that?
Oh well. How about that? What do I think about that? DM.
It looks like a butter knife.
Is there anything characteristically of dwarven design, do I think?
Yep.
Ah.
Oh. Well, this could add to my cutlery set.
The one that you
Great.
robbed from Old Dale.
It was like Varigild or whatever. That was spoils of war. And oh great. Well, may I take this? May I take this up to Mr. Ned?
Oh, my friend, it's for you. He already gave it to me, and I give it to you with pleasure.
He said the first one's free. Go shove your hands in another pile, Kozik. You'll get something else.
That's right.
I definitely give a pretty medium-sized bow to Sari for this dwarven gift. I say, thank you, thank you. This is great. I really appreciate it. That's very generous.
Well, thank Ned.
I look and kind of nod in Ned's direction.
I mean, that's plenty of room to add random
Ed?
cities.
Judgy Kozik.
But
Well,
we'll
I'm
see, we'll
rifling
see.
through a pile over here, and I'm finding all kinds of
Right now they're in
crazy
a
stuff, and I
a
reach
big city
deep
called
down.
Zareth.
And what am I pulling out here? What am I pulling out here?
So roll me another D100. Another
Wow, that's
88.
exactly
Same
what you got
thing.
before. That is
Yeah.
incredible. The D100.
Oh, that's what just
Oh my
happens. What can I
God.
tell you? That's just what happens to me.
Unbelievable.
So let's see. Another 88. So that would be.
Are you
okay.
giving me more cutlery?
Yep.
Depends on how crazy his system is.
What
Yeah.
kind this time?
So you pull out a fork.
A fork.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
you'll have
getting a
to do
whole
a good
diamond
looking.
set in there. That's amazing. I've never really seen anybody pull out two diamond pieces in a single go. I mean, you are technically using up his freebie, and he points over at Kozik. But at the end of the day, it's crazy Ned.
Crazy Ned. I love you, fella.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love when people gamble. And
Now,
they bring me
what's the-
stuff because then I can add it to my
Are-
pile.
Is there a chance that this fork has any match to that butter knife?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at these Kozik and see if they've got a matching pattern. Not that I'm expecting it, mind you, but it's worth a look.
Well, you never
While
know.
they are doing that, Opal is going to check out another pile of garbage or of stuff.
Garbage.
Well, if you go digging in another one, that one's gonna cost you. First one's free, remember?
Wait, what's it going to cost me?
It's gonna cost you 1 silver because my prices are crazy.
That's pretty good.
Uh-oh. Hmm.
Did I say silver? I meant gold. Or did I? Who knows? Because I'm crazy.
How many silver pieces are there to a gold piece?
10.
10. Okay.
Is Neofar, are you doing your ritual?
Yeah, she's been letting you guys play this out in the background.
Cool.
Varying
And
degrees.
whatever.
Like, so it only gives you like an aura, and since there's so many things kind of stacked on each other, you can't really pinpoint anything because there's faint auras all over the place, here and there, but you can't really pinpoint them as per the spell's statement. So every single pile emanates several different kinds of auras, but you get the feeling that they're just a bunch of different things just thrown on top of each other. Like, imagine magic dump truck.
Can you hone in on one thing when you've got a hold of one thing? Can you hone in on that and find out about it?
Not in this situation, according to the spells
Okay.
reading.
Okay.
Pop that.
So, regrettably, there's a little bit of magic in everything. And there's so much magic that it's all sort of got like a fuzzy ambiance to it, if you will. So, good luck.
Well, no, I
If
like
you
that.
reach
A little bit of magic in everything. I like that.
a little bit of magic for everything and probably a lot of tetanus in many things.
Child's like, tetanus? We used to have that. We used to sprinkle that on things. I forgot to add that to our meal last time.
Ooh,
It adds a
burp.
particular
closes-
sour, spicy flavor.
She closes her eyes, breathes, and says, "Cha,
Yeah?
tetanus is a disease that you can get as a result of getting a cut with dirty objects.
Disease? I
Like,
could get it at the
commonly-
corner market back in hell.
I think that you're
You're
talking
I
joshing
can
me.
consider
else.
maybe some like viewer
You know
made
what? Yeah,
or viewer
sure.
based
Actually, I'm so
cities
sorry.
or something.
You're
That could
so
be
right.
interesting.
Please
We'll
don't
see.
get tetanus
Food
by
for thought.
touching all those rusty nails.
Food for thought.
Okay. Child's really not sure if she's messing with him or not.
But Kozik, it looks like this fork and this knife are not a match, but I'm going to keep this fork because it looks to me like not only could I eat myself some tetanus with it, but I could use it for a weapon. So I'm pretty happy with my fork.
Oh, I was just saying, I'm
Ooh.
kind of
You never
wondering
know
if I
when
could start
A nice
just an idea,
piece of silverware might come in handy.
like some viewer-based
That's right.
towns or
Right in
NPCs
the
or cities or
eyeball.
something.
Hey, speaking of which,
Could
who
be
gets,
interesting.
Who gets to make
Interaction.
our meal again?
Anywho,
Who's next?
gotta focus on what they're saying.
I can't think of a feast while I'm in this this strange
Oh, you did a
place.
great one last time. Let's see, Zed did it. I believe Kozik did it. I did it. Yavara, did
Let's
you want
see.
to make some Underdark food?
Oh, Zen made food. Okay.
Cha, my dear, we have had this conversation
Oh yeah,
3
you
times.
didn't want to. That's right. You don't want to. You don't like it. It was like,
It's more of a, do you truly want to see the rations I've been fed since I was a very small girl?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. No, if it's a sensitive topic, I totally understand. Sorry, Opal? We have a special coin that if you hold it once per day, you can create a feast of anything that you can think of. And so far we've been sharing our homelands kind of individual foods. That's been the theme, but I think we can do anything we
Well, right
want.
now the
So
party's full.
if either of
I
you would
have
like to
6
create our
players,
next
so
meal for the
that's kind of
day,
my limit,
feel free.
unfortunately.
Sorry, you may go ahead.
Well, that sounds lovely. I'd be honored to do it. That sounds
Sure.
really
Well-
nice.
First things first, are we finished here with Crazy Ned?
Oh no, not the meal right now. I just meant for when we have it next time. Sorry.
Indeed, indeed.
Weren't,
So
weren't we
sometimes
talking
if-
about trying this new tavern, the Missing No?
So sometimes I'll invite people to
sure.
be guest stars if somebody can't
But
make it.
first, Charles is gonna shove his arm into another pile and
So I
throw
kinda have
throw Ned a silver. Flip
I
him
still have a
silver.
list of few people
See
that I
what
gotta,
happens.
get through. Yeah, all right. He takes the silver. 67. You find a ratty looking, like, dirty folding chair.
A folding chair?
Yep. That seems like
childlike-
it's made for a smaller creature, so probably gnomish sized.
Oh, okay. He opens it up and sees if he can squeeze his wiry butt into the seat.
So when you have a seat with like the arms and you don't really fit in it, it's like trying to sit at a kid's table
Yeah.
and then not accounting for your tail.
Yep. Totally. He's trying to squeeze it through the cracks and stuff and work it around.
I mean, you could sit in it. It just is really small and stuck to your butt.
Hey,
Okay.
that looks like a perfect chair for your little one, Chaw.
You ever go back to the school that you went to when you were really little and you tried to sit in the chairs that you could fit
Mhm.
into? And
It's a lovely.
That's what this feels like.
It's it's lovely, sorta, in its own charm.
Do I feel anything when I'm sitting in it other than nostalgia?
No,
Chalk closes it up, and he's like, "Hey, we still have that weird mimicky bag thing."
the mimic of holding. Yes.
Mimicky bag.
Oh, he's just asking for whoever has it because he's
Yeah,
never
I mean,
actually used it or looked at it or thought about it very much. But he realized that it sort of was like a bag that could hold stuff.
What is this mimicky bag thing?
It's like a chest
So does anybody
that
whip
is
it out?
alive.
I mean, I think Kozik is the one who has it by custom here.
Yep, because you were the one pulling the money out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like a living chest that opens its mouth and we can stick stuff into it. And it can hold a
Oh.
lot more than what it looks like it can hold. It's kind
Oh,
of like
it's
Mary
bigger on the
Poppins bag.
inside. It's a Time Lord machine. All right. You've got a
So
TARDIS.
Shaw's like, he's trying to see if the chair will fit into the mimic's mouth. It's like, does it seem like it can open wider or is pretty narrow?
Oh yeah, it can open pretty wide.
Hey, look at this. Shaw sticks the chair in there.
I mean, I'm gonna need you to give me a check to unstick your butt from it.
Oh, you got it.
I mean, acrobatics or
See,
athletics is applicable.
Sure. A 26.
All right. You managed to. Let's see. You're using acrobatics. So you managed to wiggle your little tushy on out.
It did bend my tail a little bit. Ouch.
But as soon as you essentially break free of your prison cell, as one might say, Mittens just jumps in the chair like cats often do when you get up. It's like, this is mine now.
Oh, look at that. Want to sit in the chair, little buddy? So
So his
cute.
AC could be.
He's gonna wait for everybody else to pick their stuff before he tries to remove Mittens from the chair and put it in the,
18
in
otherwise,
the
okay.
mimic.
Kozik indicates with his body language that he's very much done with this place.
Yeah, Opal's also.
Well, I'm just going to real quickly toss Ned one more silver, and I've just got a feeling I'm going to find something wonderful. So there's your silver, Ned, and I'm going to just reach in to this pile that nobody's touched yet. And I'm digging down in there, and I'm going to roll.
Ooh.
3.
That's
Well, it's
rare.
probably going to be something awesome since I only got cutlery for 88. All
What
right,
are you
I'm
talking
ready.
about with these numbers?
Oh,
That's
excuse
right.
me.
You're talking about your
Excuse
roles in
me.
character. That's cool.
Sorry. Sorry is sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably makes sense because I'm crazy, Ned.
So a
So what did I
3.
pull out, DM?
So you reach in
I've got a good feeling about this.
and you pull forth a stick.
Yes!
Ooh.
Yes! Oh, I've been needing a new stick. This is great. This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ned.
Yeah, luck of the draw. I mean, what can you do with a stick? I mean, if there's a corpse in front of you, you can poke it.
What kind of wood do you think this is?
I don't know.
Well, how
never
about you,
leave.
DM? Can you tell me more about it, DM?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It
Well, I'm
is-
happy with
it
my
is a-
stick.
it is a stick. You don't know what it's made of, but it's some kind of wood, and it's a stick.
It's the key to all
Well,
of
I'm happy with
existence.
my stick because I'm gonna do some carving later, and I think it's time to get out of here. What do you say, guys?
Sweet. Cha asked Kozik. He's like, Kozik, what was there anything in there?
Yes, there seems to be quite a large amount of money. I'm not quite sure how much.
Really? Money? I
Wait,
thought it
Yes,
was.
Refresh.
coin.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
We'll
that's
have
cool.
to we'll have to count it later.
Okay, sure. Cha's gonna try to remove Mittens from the chair if they're willing to come out of the chair.
What cat is ever willing to
Come
get
on,
out of the chair?
Mittens. Come on, Mittens. I'll give you scritches.
You think
What's
that
this
ever?
bag you're pulling money out of?
Oh yeah, let me give him an image
It's
of.
we'll talk about it later.
All right then.
So basically, the image I just put in the Discord is sort of kind of what he's sticking his hand into. But when it's not active, it just looks like a little box, just like a little treasure box.
Oh, I thought those were two separate things, the box and then some kind of bag he was talking about. I didn't realize you were talking about the same thing. Okay.
Well, it's technically a bag of holding, which is a certain magical item, but it's a mimic shape.
Okay. Okay, you were talking about the same thing. Got it. Okay.
So I guess we should call it a box from now on instead of a bag.
I've just been
Cha,
calling it a
Mimic.
mimic of holding, so Everybody
Would
else
make
keeps on
more
to everything
sense.
else.
Shaw attempts to squeeze the chair into the jaws of the mimic while also patting it on the head and saying, "Good mimic, it's so fun to have you with us. Look at all these fun little friends we have with us."
As you're shoving a chair into its mouth.
Yeah. How does that taste, buddy? And he's like shoving it down in there. Is it tasty when you eat stuff? Is it fun? Can't talk, can you? Guess not.
I let the silence speak for itself.
All right, to the pub. Opal, lead the way.
Let's go.
Hey, that
So-
was fun.
Well,
Heading.
I believe Opal isn't the one to know, but I believe. Would Opal know the way to the missing now? I still think that's Zed.
Absolutely not. Opal
Oh,
has no
gotcha.
idea where it is.
Oh, I guess Zed does, huh? Because he asked.
So,
Sweetheart.
because remember, Opal, you were heading to Zareth. You got, your group got waylaid by that particular scenario you were in.
Yes.
But-
What is the name? The missing no N-O?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Sing no.
Like that name.
So, you head on in. Okay. So, you make your way through Zareth, and at this point, it's probably getting kind of late because you've been shopping all day. You've been getting information. Yeah, because you came back from your mission. So at this point, it's actually getting pretty late. Yeah, because you've been doing a lot of traveling today. It's been a long day. But you make your way to the tavern known as the Missing No, to which there is this sign above the door that kind of looks like a bear rug shape, but it's a sign. It's just kind of cut in a way to look a little homely, I guess. And it just says the Missing No on it. And it's this tavern, or I should say the front of the building is, pretty unassuming. There's like windows that are at least clean. You can sort of see inside. There's lots of people inside, food. There's people like serving meals. And the one thing that does sort of stand out is the clientele here seems a lot sturdier than your typical townsfolk.
Uh-oh.
Like people
still
who...
talking? I think I have to read.
Yep. People who are probably adventurers. Like there's all sorts of walks of life, varying degrees of styles and fashion. Some people in armor, some people not necessarily in armor. Kind of seems like this might be the place to go if you're some kind of an adventurer or something.
Oh well.
Tavern.
Had I not met you guys, this place would have
Activate.
certainly been the place to go.
Shaw, your magic coin sounds wonderful and I'd love to try it sometime, but why don't we just get a little food here?
Oh yeah, no, this would be for like breakfast.
Oh, all right then.
Oh, gotta... That. There we go. And I'm going to change the background because I really like the black background more. But I think you guys are all in the same scene. Yeah.
Yes.
I have a black screen, but I was
Yeah,
told.
we are in the void.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. That's what I had to double check. Lighting. Token vision.
Yeah, same here. Totally.
There it
there we
is.
go.
Oh,
Lovely.
Nice. Look at that.
that is a very large turkey.
That is.
Who said it was turkey?
Oh. The
You know
right
what?
hand side of
There. That could
right
be
corner
some-
bottom.
There a
there could be
cannon?
some-
A cannon up there.
So, when you walk in here,
Cool.
or I should say, if you walk in, are you walking in? I'm guessing you're walking in.
Yes.
We're
Oh
walking in.
yeah.
All right. So when you walk in here, this tavern is adorned with all sorts of all sorts of decorations on the walls, like moose trophies and like maybe just some other weird creatures stuffed and just kind of laying about. There's like a little piano up here. I can't ping it right now because I'm in a thing. Ping. Like a piano up there. There's like this bar that looks like maybe food gets made right here in front of you, as
Yeah.
well as like food gets served. There's like varying tables of
Teppanyaki.
food. And there's this nice little,
Calamari.
it's very nice, like warming and comforting, like fireplace with like this giant like bear trophy over it and chairs facing the fire. And like this nice big this nice rug there. Like it's pretty.
What
It's
a
pretty nice.
lovely place.
I gotta change one more thing in the background.
Agreed. This is a very nice.
And you said it was
very
bustling?
nice
All kinds
Yes.
of people in here? Okay.
Background. There we go. Save that. So it pops more.
Just happen to have an empty table for 6. Are there 6 of us? No, I counted cube. Yep, there's
Yeah,
6.
that's 6 of you.
Huh.
I know that because I almost had 7 players. That's a lot. So you can easily get a table.
Yes, let's get a table everywhere.
First round's on me.
I have to
What
go
you guys
to
want?
sing no,
Oh,
NPCs.
Charles, that's awfully nice of you.
I'll just take the water.
a variant. Okay.
Water? You came to the pub to have water?
But yeah, Zev, I was
I'll
actually
have whatever beer they
considering,
have on
like,
draft.
In that
somehow
case,
integrating
why don't you
viewers
grab me
into
something you
D&D.
think I would like.
But the complication is like having to set
puts
like
his
passwords and stuff like
furrows his
that.
brow and
So I have to
gazes
figure out how to work
Opal.
around that
Hmm.
because this is a
I
server
think I have something in mind.
that is a friend of
Okay,
mine.
so one draft for Kozik. Sorry?
Oh, I wouldn't mind myself a nice shot of whiskey.
Whiskey, sure. Yeah. Zed, what you feel like, buddy?
Hey, just give me something strong.
You got it. Niavara?
And she thinks on it for a second. And she's like, just give me whatever you're having.
Okie dokie. Okay, got it. Cha goes up to the counter. He orders 2 black beers for Niavara and Cha. He's gonna ask for a nice, just local draft for Kozik. He's gonna ask for a complicated and sophisticated cosmopolitan style cocktail for Opal. And he wants to make sure that it has like an olive sticking out of it. That it's not too colorful, but is bold. And complex. Bold and complex, basically. Sophisticated. He's gonna get a nice shot of whiskey for Sadi. And Zed,
Yeah, let me get
he
the
thinks
prices
for a
here.
minute. He's like, for Zed, he orders a tall mead, a good, sweet, bubbly one, something that'll give.
Are you sure
give
you're in
Zed
the
a
right
little-
tavern, sir?
What do you mean?
Oh, this is funny. These sounds like Lofty Highborn drinks to me.
Okay.
But anyway,
gotcha.
sorry.
Just a cosmopolitan.
I'll just have a water.
Cosmopolitan.
So
And,
when you sit down at the table,
yeah.
because there is a little bit of a sort of a menu. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but the things that stand out among the
Oh, gotcha.
usuals. So for food and drink, they have a beverage called the Lost Boys, the Lewd Siren, the Busty Maiden, and the Rampaging Boar.
Gotcha.
And there's other like more simple stuff like ale and mead and stuff because there are adventurers that just want simple things.
Okay,
Oh,
tell me about those other drinks. What is in
I'd
them?
love a rampaging boar myself.
All right.
Okay,
so,
Cha's gonna yell back the options and see if anybody calls back. He'll definitely get that rampaging boar for Sadi. Is there any wine perchance in this place?
yeah, it's just labeled as generic boring wine.
Well, that sounds lovely.
Chalk calls back to Opal. He's like, I have an idea for you, but we can't get it here. We'll get it at the Hofty Lyborn later on tonight when we go back for a sleep. But I'll
Hofty
get you
Libor.
I'll get you a nice glass of wine right now. Just a simple red.
So eventually, somebody comes to the table and they seem to be dressed for the part. They've got the tavern wear on, almost like a little bit of oh, I had to turn my head and I lost it. Like almost like maid outfits, which definitely even amongst the adventurers that stands out, and that's probably designed by choice. And there is this, it looks like an elven man in a maid outfit, and he walks up to your table. What can I get for you?
So I'm going to have, and he's going to order the wine. He's going to order a big hefty draft for Kozik. And then what were the drinks again? What was in them? What are they like? The specialties?
There's a rampaging boar, right?
So yeah, he'll
The
get one of
Lost
those.
Boys, the Lewd Siren, the Busty Maiden, and the Rampaging Boar.
Gotcha. He's gonna order one of all those. Plus a big old hefty draft for Kozik, big old hefty draft for Zed. And carry them all back.
Okay,
With a charcuterie board.
And these are just beverages you're getting, right?
Yeah. And then what's your food?
So
Also, Opal will yell back to and just go, I'm excited to see what you have planned.
So, interestingly enough, for the foods, that is all made to order.
Okay. Cha sees that gigantic bird over on that one table, and he's gonna say, "Give us one of those."
Very well. Sorry, I'm trying to do all the math for all the stuff you're buying.
I'll have a 3-egg omelet.
Egg white.
Shoot.
Cha calls back to Opal. He's like, "You will love it, I think."
Copper.
And he kind of gives a wink.
5
He's like,
copper.
"Just you wait."
About 10. So essentially, a banquet per person is like 10 gold, and that includes like all the everything.
Per person.
That seems like a lot.
Which is, yeah.
Yeah.
10 gold per person for
Per
everything I'm asking
person.
For banquet.
For everything. 10
I
gold.
could get a new shield for that.
So 10 gold for a whole banquet for everybody with all the drinks?
Yes.
Oh,
for everybody.
Cha's gonna slap it down on the countertop.
Well, let me share that with you, Cha. I'd like to participate in that.
No, my treat.
You're such a good man. I'll catch you next time.
Sure, no worries. I mean, all of our gold is pooled together. You know what? I never did ask about that. I just figured we were all sharing everything, but I don't care. Boy, the way I grew up.
Because the banquet just makes the
Shaw's
math
face
easy.
goes a little dark for a moment. It's like, never mind. Generosity is the name of the game.
That's
All right, so you guys are, you're seated. You've put in your orders, and it's probably gonna take a little bit because there's a lot. They gotta make stuff to order, and there's a lot of people in here. A lot of conversations and laughing, and maybe some people regaling tales of their most recent adventure, stuff like that.
Is there any music playing or like people dancing or anything like that?
Currently, no, but that's probably just because it's so late.
What a cozy place.
And so the other thing of note, maybe in between people walking past you and it just being really crowded in here, you do notice the barkeep is a particularly interesting looking individual. Okay, a sec, I gotta pull up the description. Okay. So, looks like for the most part, pretty normal looking fella, except for, well, there's several like large tendrils that sprout out of their back that seem to be reaching and grabbing like bottles and cleaning them simultaneously as he is serving things as well.
Oh, that's convenient.
And for those of you who understand the context, imagine Displacer Beast tendrils.
Right.
That is what I imagined.
But nobody seems to pay that much mind at all. And he's just kind of, he's working. Yeah. But yeah, a little bit of time passes and your food, it arrives. Big old turkey, some eggs, some sausage, maybe some pie. All of your beverages have arrived of varying degrees of potency.
Cha takes out his flute and starts playing just a gentle little flute ditty while everybody's munching away.
That's lovely, Cha. Aren't you hungry?
I mean, who you asking?
Cha.
Oh.
He said what he's playing is lovely, but isn't he hungry?
Oh, in between playing, he's taking some bites and clinking, his wacky drinks with everybody. We did it! We made it back from the crazy place! Gosh, that was crazy! Good work, everybody!
Sift through my notes for particular NPC in here.
It's good to be back from
Oh.
And I'm fairly certain we all got out there tetanus free. Good Lord, good God.
Dobby? No, not Dobby.
Tetanus.
Oh, that was a close one.
As
gloves I got.
Cha sprinkles some on his food.
You guys don't know until you try it. Pulls out a little case and starts sprinkling some disturbing looking spice on his turkey leg.
I thought you were about to say, I'm going to pour some rust on my turkey leg.
It's a particularly horrifying blackish spice that looks much worse than rust.
Not Sarah. She.
Gosh. So we're gonna talk with Lady Miriam. We're gonna hunt down some crazy stuff. We're
Guess
making
so.
friends all over the place. This is great. Anybody want to dance?
Now, who's Lady Miriam?
Oh, I remember correctly. It's somebody who could help Zed find the
Basically the
Amethyst
mute.
Dragon.
Okay.
He's looking
No, he
for.
wouldn't be in there then.
Okay.
Sounds like Lady
This-
Miriam is like the lady of this town who made this whole entire place a haven for people wanting to escape the biases and bigotries of the various fairy courts.
Uh-huh. And do you think she can help you with your little one that you're missing there? Zed?
Zed, I think.
Oh,
He's back. Okay, never mind.
apparently they've got some good scryers, I guess. In the I don't know if it's more or less a castle or what, but
I mean,
it's the only lead I got.
you do recall. Actually, give me a quick history check. Do you recall?
Who's Zed?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, continue. Move along. Nothing to see here.
Apparently, Lady Miriam has some sort of college of scryers that is around her. And maybe we can consult them, and yeah, certainly they'll be able to find the location of the little one.
Yeah, Zed recalls that. I was just trying to see if he remembers something else.
Do you think they can help you with some information about this evil person, this Marn that's messing with your head? Have they got that kind of capacity, or you just think they can help you find your little one?
Honestly, I've got no idea. All this place is new to me.
Ah, but it
You
sounds
know,
hopeful.
I would even extend that history check part specifically to Kozik. Yeah.
You want
That's-
me to make a history check?
Yeah, because you.
Oh yeah, I said Zed, but it was Kozik that has little one. Yes, that's right.
Well, Zed is the one trying to get little one.
Oh,
Kozik
Zed
has a
is
little
trying
box.
to get little one.
Kozik
That's
is the
right.
one with the mimic of holding.
Okay, and Zed is the one with the looking for little one. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
That's not bad.
but it's not good. No, just kidding.
It's not good either.
So you recall specifically because of your patron, your lady, and you recall the information that I believe it was Rain that informed you that Miriam at one point was on the same level of Archfey.
I do recall this.
Ah, yeah.
And
So,
what's the level of an archfey? What can you tell me about that?
Kozik, would
Like
you
Was
like
that
to?
some-
Those are the traveler.
Well,
So an
I mean,
archfey is like a very powerful of
I wasn't
a
sure she was
being
trying to
of
figure it
this
out in
realm.
character,
It's
out of
almost like
character.
a demigod. And it
And are
seems
they?
like
What's
Lady
their
Miriam
alignment?
was like I mean, it could be any. It could be evil. It could
Oh,
be
okay,
neutral. It could be positive.
okay.
Lady Miriam,
Well,
wasn't there something about her being like it was possible for her to become one, but she denied it, or she chose not to, or something?
I mean, Kozik will remember that.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll kind of chime in since I'm such a know-it-all and say, that. Yes. Well, I think that certainly Lady Miriam has a good chance of giving us some clues about where the little one is at. As you know,
She was sort of
she
on that
was
level. Very
once
close.
perhaps on the same level as the Archfey, as the Dark Lady, who we all love so well.
We
Oh,
all.
pick that right.
Who is
So
this we?
certainly, she has some great. She must have great talents. So now we just have to wait for that cartel to give us the go-ahead that we can actually meet her.
Cartel.
Do you feel like Large Marge was like a villain?
I think she was part of the underworld, if not the Underdark, but certainly a sort of demimonde of criminal behavior.
Oh, gosh!
Welcome
I
back to
never put
whoever
that
just came back
together.
in their room.
Hmm.
I catch all of that shit so much.
I
Uh,
mean, is
You
that
know,
really
that's
a radio
surprising
play.
to you, though?
But it seems like Large Marge is actually working with Lady Miriam, right? Because that was the whole point, to get people into the city who want to
Yeah.
escape this whole like battle between the Seelie and the Unseelie. So wouldn't it almost be
Possible.
like she's a government agent of some kind?
I think that line seems to be hazy at best,
Hmm.
but you may have a point.
I mean, I don't know.
I could stretch the map a little bit.
Opal,
In any
sorry,
event.
you're new to our group. What is some of your background?
Well, I like your segue there, Cha.
What is a segue?
The owner drove right off a cliff, unfortunately.
Well, I was blessed enough to be trained by a paladin mentor
Uh,
whom I traveled with for many years. I just lost him a couple of years ago, so I'm still feeling that
I gotta
in my heart.
resize.
Oh,
But yeah, I was blessed
Holy
enough
shit.
to be trained by him, and it wasn't too long
Hold on, I gotta
ago,
fix my
a
grid
couple of
size.
years ago, that I took my oath, and since my mentor died,
Grid scale.
I've been doing a lot of traveling with myself, not not hanging about with too many people, but doing a fair bit of traveling and wandering with myself, and I've really been feeling like it's time to find a
Here.
group of like-minded folks to hang about with for a while.
That's
I'm
And
padding.
so sorry. You and I have had a pretty
Figure.
similar experience, at least in terms of
Scale.
post-leaving our teacher.
10.
oh, well, tell me about it, Opal.
I lived with my father for much of my life until I decided to leave his side to go on my
Figure.
own adventure. I've been
Trying to
exploring
fix
for
my
quite a
map.
while by myself before, well, I ended up in that place. And Opal will point to
Size.
the rest of the group before they came to our rescue.
Ah,
But no, I agree with you. Adventuring is much more interesting with a group.
Oh god, no.
how did you find yourself in the group of people captured in that dungeon?
If I remember
0.5.
correctly, being chased by some unfavorable beast.
Jeez,
dropped
you're right
my-
in there.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Hmm. Can't fix this.
You were trying to escape this battle too,
Okay.
yes, Opal?
It's fine.
Like you want out of the
Lesson learned.
politics yourself, yeah?
Hmm.
5.
I've never interacted with it much.
Yes.
Or with that much.
Configure.
But from what I've
Grid
heard from all
size.
of you, most likely.
That help?
Yeah, I grew up in a town not unsimilar to this one, just a much smaller, but was the
You're getting better. Okay.
I'd say like
Fine.
a town of black sheep and misfits, if you will, and
300.
that from all different peoples that kind of came together, and we also stayed out of politics and what was
2,
happening in the larger cities
3,
and the castles and whatnot.
4,
So try to stay away from that as best I can. But sometimes you've got
5,
to go right in there because that's where the
6.
information is. But I like staying away myself.
I'll drink to that. Chalk clinks his tankard. Wasari.
Opal will also take a sip.
Oh,
I'm chugging
I
beer.
just shit. I was trying to clink my glass and I just knocked it over.
Oh no.
Oh shit! Don't worry. Another one.
I'll clean that right up. And I'll have another whiskey. Oh no, they don't have whiskey. Well, whatever that was that you got me before, boy, that had a nice kick to it. I wouldn't mind another one of those.
They wouldn't tell me what was in it. So it's got to be good, right?
It's working for me.
Mm-mm. Okay, I fixed it. I fixed my grid. Yay.
Never mind.
All right.
Opal,
So-
you mentioned your family. Were
What are
they
they
like nobles? Were they simple?
Oh, my father was simply just he was just your I guess you could call it peasant artificer.
Ah, peasant. Wow.
Making tools for other people to use as well as himself. He was quite capable at what he did.
That one. Townsfolk. There it is.
So, after he taught me what he knew, and I felt comfortable, well, I left to figure out my own path.
You have a very regal nature about you.
Oh, that's just how he taught me to act.
Dobby.
Treat everybody with respect and hold yourself up high.
Catch a
As an
Steve.
artificer, well, I don't have to act like a hillbilly.
There she is. So while you guys are, drinking and, winding down for the evening, you recognize, well, those of you who went to the fair would recognize, hold on, I gotta drag her token to the board. Do. Boop. Old Hilga.
Hey, that's right.
And she came in with, sorry, gathering my tokens here. Just gotta drag them over.
Did you
Hulan.
say her name was Matilda?
Hilga,
Hilga.
known as Rasslin Hilga. See if I can show them the token art. It lets
Oh,
me.
look at them. Man, I need to go see Sarah. I want
Oh,
to
I have to
show her
do it
that
through
new
here.
trick where I can make myself look like a satyr, just like her. I hope she likes it.
You remember her to be the the strong woman at the wrestling contest. Seems like she just
And
dresses
she's-
like that naturally, and she is unapologetic about it. And
ready for
with
the
her is
American
Bulin.
Gladiators.
Yeah.
Built
Basically.
built like a marble statue.
Look at that striation! Incredible.
And they just kind of take a table. Actually, they'd go over by the fireplace.
As they walk by, Chow raises his glass to them. Here, here!
They just kind of nod. They acknowledge your presence. And they just kind of sit by the warming fireplace, and they just kind of seem to be having a conversation amongst themselves. Not like secretive, just like kind of like they just got off of work kind of deal. Because if you recall, today was the last day. No, yesterday was the last day of the fair.
Yeah. Hey, have you guys seen Sarah around?
Oh, I ever seen her out.
Shucks. If you see her, tell her Chaw's looking for her.
I'll do what I can. I can't promise nothing. Well, if I see her. Let me get him on the chair proper. There we go. So, for the most part, it just seems like no matter what time of day, this tavern is just always busy. Probably, adventurers don't always abide by the rules of the time of day. Kind of indicative of even you guys.
Wow. So what do you guys think? What's our next move? What do you think of all that? There was so much going on in that crazy dungeon. It all seems so personal too.
And if you
Well,
want to
we
put your
To go there.
if you want to put your token in between a grid, you hold shift and move the token.
I did, but it won't sit back at the table.
Yeah, so you hold shift while moving the token.
Oh, shift, not the other guy. Okay.
Yeah, because I saw you moving around.
Oh, thank you. I know you said boing, yoing, 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 yoing.
I imagine you fell out of your chair.
I probably did.
And you were trying to get back into your chair, but it didn't work.
Oh, those are strong drinks.
Yeah. Sari knows how to party.
Oh, it might be a wee bit of a weak. Oh no, I might. Is that Scottish or Irish? It might be a bit of a problem for me, but what can I say?
Don't worry too much, sorry. It's not bad.
Exactly.
Just keep
So-
yourself on your feet and you should be fine.
In any event, we'll have to probably wait until tomorrow
can't.
to find out from the group, as it were, whether we can meet with Lady Miriam or not.
For
That's
sure.
assuming they get back to us that quickly.
Hey, maybe we could check out that Adventurers Guild. Till they get back to us. Sounds like there's some interesting work we might be able to get there.
Oh? Does sound interesting.
Interesting.
It would be nice to make some more income at some point.
Yeah, what is our game plan here? I think we were kind of headed to Zareth. We were looking for that airship that we kept seeing fall out of the sky. Could go looking around for that too. Then Max and Oh my god, I forgot his name. What was our Aarakocra friend?
Raoul.
Raul. Max and Raul are back in the town. Back in the Dale. We could hook them up with some of the airship stuff. Rain just disappeared.
He
And
must have gone
Sherman is
back
still
to
sitting
Barry.
up in the hotel, just sitting there.
Nobody's really
Guess
gone
at
up to the
some
hotel
point-
rooms yet, so you don't know.
Right.
Hmm.
At some point, we could actually end up back in the material plane. That would be something.
One day, maybe.
Probably
mean-
the ideal
we're
place for us
not
to
in the
go. Not going
material
to lie.
You guys know the way.
Yeah, I guess at any point we could backtrack to the gate that Kozik found.
We're not on the material plane.
We are in the Feywild.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, sorry, we have jumped so many realities, I can't even keep track.
Well, I
Man,
feel
I
that
had-
our work here is not yet done, so we can't go back yet.
Do you think that your lady's diamond is in the Feywild, or did she give you clues as to where else it could be?
It's possible.
I mean, you'd probably surmise if she
I
knew where it
must-
was, she'd probably send you to get it directly.
But if
I
I'm
would
lucky,
like to know.
if I'm lucky, we'll get some hints along the way.
I would love to know what the hell the hellish people of my land are doing, traversing the plains, causing shenanigans. Still have no clue what that's all about.
Do you suppose that time passes in the hellish planes at the same rate as it does on the material plane, or even here in the Feywild?
Gosh. No, I really don't know. Would I know that, DM, from my studies of from my upbringing and my private tutors and whatnot? How time moves compared to other planes?
Well, you know for sure the Feywild time moves way differently.
Right.
Perhaps
What about
our
the
descendants.
Hell Realms?
I couldn't tell you as a DM because it's not something I particularly had to research.
Okie dokie. From what I know, from what I've heard anyway, I really don't know. I've only heard stuff about time dilation and telescoping of the Feywild. So who knows what year it will be when we get back.
Because it comes down to the idea that, like, there are entities that exist down there that live a very long time, but is that a function of their biology or is that a function of their environment? Doesn't really get explained very often, does it? Because then there's also the notion that, entities in the hellish realms die, but they come back as long as they died in the hellish realms because they're kind of stuck down there. So it's also like, is it a time thing or is it just biology and environment?
Right. And then the Asmodeus, the Lord of the Hells, is always trying to expand his power. So it seems that time appears, he has a mission based around space and time, trying to expand the hellish influences across
and the funny
planes.
thing, when I was looking it up, like for D&D lore questions, I guess this is more from Larian, but let's see here. Some people say, like, in hell, time moves the same, it's just people don't age, but then some people are like, the answer is just unclear.
Right, for sure. The creatures can be evolved into...
And I am not, I am not gonna try and calculate, in hell, every 15.3 minutes is approximately 2.75 days. So I am not gonna go into that level of depth. Because then you're going
Yeah,
to be
that
asking me
sounds like a
questions that
Minecraft
I am not going to.
world.
Well, and then if the Fey world is a completely different time zone, it's like we could go back
Yeah.
and 200 years have passed, you know?
You know how hard it is for me to just keep track of the stupid daylight savings time? I'm just saying.
And what's on your tavern menu? We don't need to add difficulties of space and time to your already difficult job, which we're so grateful
Yeah,
for,
the
by
last
the way.
thing we want to deal with is we go back to the real world and suddenly, yes, 500 years have passed and our names have been long forgotten to time.
Or perhaps our ancestors are just being born. Who can say?
Ooh,
Or perhaps you're
Oh.
just being born and you find yourself there. Who knows?
Oh, that would be great.
that's an intriguing point, Cozy.
I'm a
No.
child.
My horrifying hellish parents, if I could catch them when they were infants and little toddlers, maybe I could work out, the horrors that they become when they're older.
But then the
Oh,
question is, would
Grandfather
you?
Claus, be careful.
But then the question would be, would you exist if everything that happened exactly as it was what led you to be who you are?
Exactly. Grandfather
Yeah.
Claus.
The question
Existential
is,
quandaries.
is it Back to the Future time or is it,
Well, that one's Back to the
alternate
Future
timelines?
time. Back to the Future time if you're worried that messing with them will mess up your own life.
Right, but if there are multiple time streams, well,
that's
then
a
it's like
whole
I'm
other
doing.
animal.
Don't become your own grandfather.
I guess we'll just
child.
have to see when we get back.
To be honest, I didn't pay much attention into my interplanar studies when I was in private school.
So does it work that way there that you could end up going back in time in between the Fey realm and the material world?
I don't remember. Doesn't it have something to do with? I think it might only be forward in time, but we're not sure how far. There was a thing about memory, right? Like whether you even remember what happened while you were there.
Horrific.
Okay.
Unless you're a denizen of the Fae, I think it doesn't affect you. If you're from there, I don't think that thing happens.
But
Oh,
more
whatever the,
importantly,
the
what is
dungeon
it?
master
What is it
comes
what
up with.
the party would like to do now? You got your food, you got your
Oh.
beverages.
I
It's
could use
late.
a good night's sleep. That's what I'm telling you.
No way, Sadi. We're gonna dance first.
Oh, I forgot the dancing and the music. Of course, absolutely.
Would anybody like to go for a walk? I am terrible at dancing.
Do you play any instruments, Opal?
No.
If you're going outside, I'll go with you. You never know what could happen out there. And I don't dance either.
What about you, Zed? Are you a dancer? Hey, Kozik, don't shoot yourself down, buddy. You were a good dancer when I pretended to be your cousin. You were good.
Well,
You have
yeah.
very strong hands. Cha kind of
Yes,
winks
well,
at Kozik.
Sorry, I'm watching that TikTok again.
Separate. Hey,
Look, I
watch
think
me
the most
do it,
effective-
GM.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, Kozik, if you're willing to accompany me outside for a small walk, I would not say no.
I'm in.
Yavata, care for a dance? Zed, let's all dance together.
I'm with you. Let's go, Cha.
Sweet.
Rotating. Commence with the rotation.
Cha tries to grab Zed and Niavara and Sari and pull them all out onto the floor. He doesn't try to grab Niavara. He knows how particular she is about personal space and stuff. So he'll just hold his hand out, and if she refuses, he'll politely bow.
Yeah, Zed's
wherever.
just sitting back in his
Oh, yeah.
chair. He's been quiet, and he's got one of these shards of amethyst in his hand. He's just been kind of uh, like fidgeting with it, you know. He's not really paying attention to it, but he's just got it in his hand, and he's just kind of like staring off with a bit of a furrowed brow.
Token's doing that thing again. I hope not.
Zed, remember to live in the moment, buddy. Whee! He's doing flips and jumping around.
Enjoying life.
Fucking
Opal
frolicking.
will put on.
Come on,
Opal will
Cha.
put a.
Oh, good.
Opal will put a hand on Zed's shoulder and just go, "Don't worry, we'll find him soon enough."
Cha.
Sorry, tell me anything you would like me to look like right now.
Anything I'd like it to look like.
Just doing some
Anything.
background stuff.
And what are you talking at me from across the room? Get over on the dance rug.
Right. Anything. What do you want me to look like right now?
Oh, you can change your shape. Well, how about, you know what I'd like to see, Cha? I'd like to
Yeah.
see what you looked like when you were
Hydrate.
when you were a young man.
Oh. Fair
And
enough.
at that mention, I kind of just need to know what you guys are planning to do for the rest of the evening, because I have to, getting to be that time.
Uh-oh, I lost.
aside
Where'd
from
I go?
I think we'll just hang here and then head back to the. Well, you guys are heading outside, so I'm not sure what's.
I'm
gonna
ready
happen.
for a good night's sleep. Actually, I'm going to go over and make sure I can get a room. How long are you staying here for?
So we
At least
can
overnight.
Oh yeah, is this place? Can we get rooms here?
I mean, didn't we already pay for the rooms at the other place?
Oh, you have rooms somewhere else.
You can join us. How about we just party here for a while, then we'll head back there.
Sounds perfect.
And with that, Cha snaps his fingers
Also,
and
Cha,
is suddenly.
I do
yeah.
need you to give me a quick perception check as you're dancing with Sari.
Sure. Perception.
What's he percepting?
Oh, you see it.
Ooh. Yes.
Oh.
So, you notice Sarah has been watching you dancing with this other lady, and she has these big pouty cheeks, and she just kind of looks like, humph. And then she turns around and walks out.
Oh no.
Okay, wait a minute. Who's
Come
Sarah?
on.
Sarah
he was trying to get everybody to dance with him.
Hold on, let me get an image for you. The NPC. Sarah. Thank goodness,
And
at least
what
this
does
is
the
in alphabetical
21
order.
mean in this case? You had Cha roll while he was dancing with me. What is that telling us?
That means he was the DM was wanting to see if I saw something. If I rolled low, I wouldn't have seen it. If I roll high, I saw it. So I saw her.
Oh, okay.
This is Sarah.
You saw her
I saw
reaction.
her come in and leave. Yeah, when she saw me
Okay.
dancing with
yes.
Sari.
Okay.
Your girlfriend.
And
Okay.
yeah, this is like Cha is sweet for Sarah.
Okay.
So he's gonna be like, "Oh, Sarah!" And I don't think he's gonna understand why she was upset. I don't think he would know
Mm-hmm.
what that was. He's just gonna be like, "Hey, I'll be right back," and he's gonna run out and try to get her.
So with that,
Yeah,
we'll wrap up session.
cool.
Because you go
Opal's
outside
going to
and you
have a-
don't see her. She had a bit of a head start.
Uh-oh. She did.
Opal's going to have a talk to Cha about human customs.
Oh, buddy,
Oh,
I
well.
hope you get some sleep
Basic
tonight.
social customs.
All right. All right, I'm fixing the camera. Trying to fix the camera. All right.
Yeah. Good stuff,
Awesome.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to Sorry.
It's good to have a new player.
Mhm.
Another
Yeah.
newbie who's not just.
Is that? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, is that Opal the new player saying that?
Yes. Yes, it
It's
is I, Opal.
It is great to be here. Thanks for letting me join in, you guys. I've been looking for a game, a campaign for a while, and I'm just thrilled to be here. So thanks for the welcome.
Yeah, awesome.
Hey.
Yeah, that
Of
was fun.
course. Honestly, Opal? Or not Opal. Fucking sorry.
That's you.
What do you have to tell? What do you have to tell yourself?
A little too much drink.
Perhaps.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry. I was much in the same position as you because I'm either running a D&D game or I'm not running the kind of D&D game I have been craving for ages.
Oh.
Ah.
What has that been? What have you been craving?
Traditional D&D. And
Oh.
not Pokemon D&D.
Pokemon
Also,
D&D?
GM,
Cool.
how could you not tell me sooner that you're a Pokemon nerd?
Because I only did the
Oh.
first 3 games, and then after that, I couldn't keep up with it. I know 100. I experienced 151, and beyond that, I was like, well, it's for other people now.
There's emulators. You can play the game.
I mean, I had my fun with it in high school.
Very fair.
So what's
Catch them
Pokemon
all.
D&D?
It's not. It's entirely on the system. It's just a D&D reflavored to be Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
So
Never heard of
essentially,
that.
there are custom stat blocks for every Pokemon up until the 7th generation. And well, there's also the trainer class that people can take. And that is what the Pokemon D&D game is. I run a game with 7 people. My friend runs a game with 7 people. A great time. But I've been craving full D&D for ages now.
All right.
Well, this is my first campaign ever, and I'm happy that it's traditional D&D.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
That's
Well-
lovely.
We're in a tavern.
Right.
In a
Appropriate.
roundabout way, we finally got to the traditional scene.
Yeah.
Of
Totally.
being in a tavern.
So, with that, I appreciate you all being here with the follows and the hanging out and the chit-chatting. But I do need to wrap this up because I got to get it uploaded to YouTube. So, with that, Zev, I am taking into consideration your request. Oh, they're doing that. I'll see what I could do with it. It's tricky. So, with that, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the YouTubes. Thank you on the YouTubes for watching. We do this every Tuesday and from 7:30 Pacific to about 10:30 Pacific. And on Wednesday, tomorrow, we will have another game, The Wanderers. That one is at 5 Pacific. 5:30 Pacific. About 2 to 3 hours, give or take. So yeah. I appreciate y'all being here, and hopefully y'all's come back again tomorrow for a completely different crew and a completely different vibe. It's been a long week for me, honestly, and it's only Tuesday. Work. Anywho, with that, I will catch you lovely, lovely people again soon, hopefully. Don't be a stranger. I do this a lot. So, until next time, y'all, have fun. Good luck and have fun.